I do, and there's many people who have actually acted by the heliocentric model, but I can't tell you why.
I've just said to you, you just said you're not religious, right? But you're saying to me I have a belief that I cannot demonstrate to be true.
Well, I cannot legally tell you about. I could demonstrate it, but legally, I cannot demonstrate it.
I mean, I could say the same thing. I could demonstrate walking on water like Jesus.
But you're full of bullshit, aren't you?
But I could say you're full of cow waste.
Bullshit.
Yes, also.
Cobwebs.
Cobwebs,
and
yes.
stuff like that.
Also, full of cobwebs.
Yeah, but you're full of bullshit. I'm not.
Well, I could say that you're also full of stuff like that.
I swear, please. That was nearly a naughty word.
Look, so the idea is that
this morning.
I asked you a very simple question. Do you have a religion? You said, no, I'm not a religious man. I'm not a religious guy. Not me. Not I, says the cat. Not I, says the chicken. Not I, says the hen. And then when I ask him about his faith, he's like, well, you know what? It is kind of a faith. It is kind of a religion.
It's not faith, actually.
So what is it?
It's not faith.
What is it then?
It's actual doing it.
Because you believe somebody.
I don't believe. I know.
How do you know it?
What I do, I can't tell you.
What do you mean you can't tell?
Legally cannot tell you.
No, we're talking about shape of Earth.
Legally cannot tell you.
But we're talking about
it's
shape
actually
of Earth.
Technically,
does it have curvature to it?
Tough.
Does Earth have curvature
legally
to it?
Cannot tell you. It does have curvature. Yes, it does.
Right. How much curvature?
It's a circle, as in curvature.
How much curvature is on
circle.
Earth? Onto Earth.
It's just a curval.
You've got no idea.
They have.
No clue, have you? None at all.
Oh, it's a circle.
This is why, now seriously, this is why you get called clowns and pretender clowns, because there are a lot of guys...
I never get called a clown. I only get called sir, actually, but...
No, but if you continue with, like, how you are, you may get called a clown. Because you're
I get paid very, very well, though. I get paid very, very well.
For clowning around?
At the end, yeah. Well, it's not clowning around. It's a very, very serious job that I do.
What, combating the truth?
Don't combat the troops at all.
Service.
I do a very, very serious job.
So do you have red shoes on right now and a red nose?
Oh, I've got hush puppies.
No, but on your feet, do you have big red shoes?
Hush puppies? No, I have hush puppies.
Hush puppies?
Puppies, yeah.
Okay, and how does that help? Do they sniff out the curvature?
No, they just help me to stop standing on fucking some bolts and crap and stuff. Basically.
So when they piddle on the ground, does the piddle?
I want to know before we get on. How did your worldwide trip go?
Well,
somebody was offering you last week. I did actually genuinely offer to go fund you the bus fare.
Oh, this is you.
Oh, was it? Fuck me. You think I'm fucking stupid?
I can't remember who the guy was.
No, the bus fare to the airport.
Oh, okay.
I would have even stood you a return.
That's going to be a long fucking bus trip, that, bro.
So, you know, a lot of you Globers have given up Fred, and I can understand why. The best thing to do is just clown around, right?
I just come in here and laugh at you.
Have a laugh, yeah. Just have a laugh, have a joke, have a giggle. Clown around, right?
And then do my job. There it is. Which has to have, the world has to be a globe. Because if there was not a globe, a job wouldn't exist. A job wouldn't work. A job would not be.
Why would your job not work on a globe, Fred?
I can't legally tell you.
Oh, so there's something about the world being a globe that.
No. There's something about my job. So I am not legally genuinely.
Work in a circus, what's the big deal?
Where's the what?
Work in a circus.
Well, no.
Workers in circus.
No, don't work in a circus at all.
Well, I think you're clowning around.
You might think whatever you want.
Sound like
Krusty. Might everything whatever you want, Chemo, but at the end of the day...
Sound like Krusty.
Well, sound like Krusty.
Well, you sound like Bobo.
That's what I was thinking of.
Chemo the Bobo.
I don't think of the other one.
Chemo the Clown sounds better than the other guy.
Piggles. Piggles, what are you?
Chemo, your name actually sounds like the name of a clown. Chemo the Clown, you could be a clown.
Could be, but it's Chemo the Clever. That's what you've missed.
Who says that?
Sometimes.
Well, we had this PhD who thought I was one of the top 30 intellects in the world, and I was like, come on, dude, seriously. I know it's like Chemo the Clever, but hey,
I don't think he did.
Oh, you're the clever clown, Spurs.
I was like, slow it down.
Slow it down, I'm Chemo the Clown.
But
The
yeah,
poet, and he doesn't know it.
That's what we get told. They put us up there, and they make out that we're something. When we're not, we're just regular people like yourselves. But in a way, we are.
I'm not a regular person.
We are slightly ahead of you, though, in terms of intellect when it comes to figuring things out. You guys lack in that department of figuring things out for yourselves, whereas we excel. We exceed.
Excel.
Oh yes. If you give us the radius of the Earth, we will be able to tell you if that radius is actual. If you tell us there's a force, we will be able to test that force and find out if there is a force or not. We're slightly.
But my job would not be done, and I know that my job's done.
Or there are regular people just like you. But
I see the evidence of my job, the effect of my job.
In the circus.
No. Around the world in many places.
When you on the
Why do you keep mentioning your job?
In the circus.
If you can't
I
talk
like my
about
job.
it. Why do you keep mentioning your job then?
Won't then?
What?
Won't then?
You sound like you're glitching.
Says he won't then. No, it's his accent was. It says he won't then. Won't.
Won't then.
Won't
then.
It's just that.
That wasn't was, that was Merle. What are you calling Merle was?
It's not your accent. I can understand you. I lived in Leeds for nearly 9 months. It's
like a life sentence.
Leeds is alright, but I'm just saying, why keep mentioning your job if you can't talk about it?
I didn't.
Because Chemo keeps calling him a clown. He's saying he's not a clown. He's got a job and he can't talk about it.
No, I say that people call people like that pretender clowns. Yes, they pretend to know.
No, people call you a clown, Chemo.
Oh well, again, we get called all sorts, right? Because we think we don't know what we're talking about, but when we talk to you guys, you figure out we do know what we're talking about, and it turns out that who you're calling a clown is rejection, because you guys are actually the clown. See? And that's just how it goes, basically. So yeah, I'm just saying that people refer to the Globers who pretend to know.
Chemo is correct.
Yeah, if you pretend to know about the heliocentric model, like you're some kind of scientist, you would be referred to.
I'm not a scientist.
No, but you.
I'm nowhere near that.
You are like you are. He said like you are, not like you is.
Yeah. So you act like you are some special kind of person. Is that correct?
No.
Yes.
No. Yeah, I'm just schooling these guys on because he thinks he knows stuff, and I'm saying, well, you're actually. I'm not saying he's a clown, but you will get called a clown for pretending to know stuff that you don't.
I sometimes act like a pretender clown.
Do we know?
I mean, I sometimes pretend to be a flat earther, so in that sense, you could say I'm a pretender clown. Sometimes I pretend to be a flat earth clown.
You're hilarious. You're hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah. Caliber. Is that Gem Panda? Alright, Gem.
Gem's not here at the moment.
I thought I heard his voice a minute ago.
Anyway, can we get back to my question? What happened about your world trip?
Well...
And what would that got?
Oh, and there we have the triggered rat boy.
Look, I'm always ready to go, aren't I? And
just to be honest with you, I was sort of hoping it was an organ transplant scam.
What are you on about? An organ transplant scam? What the fuck is that?
Some idiot going to. And Chemo, the guy was an idiot, wasn't he? He was going to give you a world tour around the world on a jet.
I was there when he offered it. He was a fucking knob end. Yes.
He was a knob end. We agree on something.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we were taking it dead serious, but I was just saying I'm up for it. If you want to pay for whatever, then I'm up for it. Got a willing participant.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Did you see the other day in here? There's this Australian guy. You should have saw it. I don't know if I'll give you the link now, right? This Aussie guy, not his name's CYPHER, and he was like,
all right.
He was like, oh, I can navigate. He was like, I can navigate the world because the moss, all the moss in the world.
Shit.
He's like, all the moss.
What happened?
Was
no,
like,
that's
he was like, all the moss in the world.
You.
He was like, all the moss in the world grows north, and he can navigate. Okay, stop making me shout, CYPHER. Because he's over talking me. I have to talk louder, don't I, to be heard in this environment.
I didn't even hear you talk, to be honest, Chemo. So you should have shouted louder, mate.
I know, yeah, but what he basically said, he was like, oh, he was like, oh, Chemo, I can navigate the world because the moss grows
I
north.
didn't say that, you fuck.
He's like, I can grow. He goes, it grows north. Basically, in a nutshell, he says all the moss grows north in the world.
No,
and I was
so
like,
I could get myself back to civilization from out in the bush. You lying piece of crap.
Anyway, he bet £2,000.
No, because I'm not going to let you tell a fucking lie, Chemo.
You can't handle it, crap. You can't handle it.
I'm not going to let you
can't handle it.
lie. If you want to tell the story, tell it properly.
He can't handle anything in this situation. He made a bet that £2,000 that all the moss grows north, on the north side of the tree.
No, that was
and I was like, what you want about
on top
me?
of the other £1,000.
I was like, what you want about me?
To prove that you
and
didn't
he was
make
like,
a bet with
yeah, I bet you £2,000. Go on, I bet you £2,000. Going on like this to me, I'm like, whoa, calm down, dude. He's like, no. I bet ya. So I was like, okay, fine, I accept the bet, £2,000.
Yeah, you'll get your 900 once you've paid Rizla.
I was like, get the citation, and then he was like, where's your citation?
You'll get your 900
so I got a
citation. That was the condition, remember?
I got a citation.
You're fucking lying.
I got a citation that showed that it grows in the south, on the south side. He was like, no, we don't. And he started crying, and I listened to him now. He won't pay my 2,000.
Oh, yeah, right.
You're a lying piece of crap, Chemo.
Dr. Nemesis, you just said you'd pay him if he paid matey, so you either owe him it or
no, if he paid Rizla the £100 he owes him.
Alright, we'll pay it then. If it's £900 you'll pay, we'll pay it right now.
Oh, Chemo's pride won't let him do that.
No, what's that got to do with you? What does Rizla's bet have to do with you?
Yeah, you'll get your 900 once Rizla gets his 100.
What does that have to do with you?
The fact that you welched on a bet first. So fuck you. You're not getting a goddamn cent. I've already told you that.
But what does that have to do with you?
I'll pay it then. You pay him out of his money then. You pay Thingy out of his money and send the 800 over, bro.
What's this got to do with Mark here?
What the fuck?
You started lying about the story that actually happened. So what does that have to do with Mark?
I don't say nothing. I've just heard about the story, so shut your mouth then.
You were here.
I wasn't fucking here. I've just got here. You
fucking here. He wasn't here. He wasn't here. We were having the talk, remember? About orienteering and me being a Cub Scout, and then you just like walked in a big pile of dog shit. Remember?
No.
Yes.
He can still do what I said. It's just not foolproof.
Don't say I was here. Don't say I was here.
Well, maybe you weren't.
Right. Thank you.
Someone that sounded similar to you. Sorry. People get us Aussies confused all the time, so I'm going to do that.
I'm not a fucking Aussie. That's the point, mate.
Yeah, but you sound like any other Brit.
You sound like any other twat.
Well, I could say the same about you. What was that you were saying about the BT Tower the other day?
Look
how
at him now trying to deflect away from this. Here's the video. £2,000.
No, I'm calling you two out for being liars.
You better pay my 2,000. I told you I'm
coming. I'd pay the debt once you paid yours, Chemo. You're not fucking fuck you. Well, come to my door like you threatened to. Come to my fucking door like you threatened to, Chemo.
You pay Rizla 100 if that's what you do. Send me the 1900.
You come to my door to collect it, like I said.
Where is it? Where's the door?
Well, Chemo's apparently got the address. Ask him.
Well, so you're telling people to come to your door and you won't even tell them where it is. You're a fucking fanny, old mate.
No, Chemo was threatening to come to my door to collect it. Matter of fact.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, good. How's he going to get there if you don't tell him where it is? Come on, come to the door. Come to the door.
He wouldn't be able to afford his way out.
Mate, bro, you sound like a little child, mate. I'm going to be honest. Right? Grow up. Either pay the money or don't.
Yeah, righto, flat earther. Yeah, righto, mong that thinks the earth is flat.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, fucking right, mate. You know what I mean? Fucking bogan cunts, mate. Yeah. Dickhead. Chief Ganale. Fuck
Wow,
you, bro.
that's the first time I've heard it said like that. Was that meant to be an insult? All right, flat earther.
Yeah, it was like,
was that?
yeah, it
wow.
sounded like,
Yeah,
what,
you
you
think
shit
Earth
cunt,
is
mate?
flat. So who's the idiot?
Ooh,
That would be you
who's
guys.
the idiot? What? So prerequisite to being an idiot is thinking something, right?
Well, believing the Earth is flat is a pretty good start. You've got a head step up on me.
Nemesis, shut your fucking mouth, brother.
Make me cunt.
Look
Make
how
me
big
cunt.
he's
I won't
acting
tell you
now.
where I am, but
You
make
should have
me
heard him
cunt.
yesterday. Acting like a little weed. Oh.
He is a weed.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how he goes from one emotion to another here.
Like, Nemesis, you're not ready.
Hey, I already admitted I was wrong.
What do? Drugs do that to you. They make you fucking emotions when you're smoking green, yeah? When you have somebody that comes in that sounds like a complete fucking retard, it does your head in. You don't want to be stoned anymore. You just want to get rid of the idiot that's de-stoning you. It's simple, you know?
I agree with that, Tao. My G, Tao. Tao is the only one who's alright out of all of you lot. I mean, obviously, I'm about the Globies.
You see, Cypher, what Boonan did to you was the right thing, because he must have recognised that you're a scummy, scammy, low-down individual who needs to be stopped.
You really go there, are ya?
Well, obviously Boonan saw something I didn't.
Hey,
right?
Nemo, someone had given you, one of the other flat earthers had given you access to their YouTube channel. Would you have snuck in and deleted all of their videos?
All I'm saying is that whatever Boonan did, he must have known something about you to do this thing. No one just does things like that for no reason.
The only reason Boomer did it is because he's a malicious little fucking shit, is why.
No. He's
You're a fucking liar. I didn't do it. You don't know who fucking did it. You don't know who did it, you dickhead.
Yeah, you don't know who did it. You don't know who did it. You're just making up wild stuff.
Who deleted the video?
I know exactly who did it.
You don't know who did it, Cypher. What are you talking about?
Sound like a bunch of fucking little kids, mate.
I know, it's so immature.
Your fucking asses,
Oh.
bud. I swear down.
I'm not the one that was butter.
Little shits out, Tao. Tao, you're the fucking man in here, mate. Sort these little shits out, brother. Swear down, bro. I'm losing respect for you by the fucking minute.
Fuck are you babbling about?
Shut your mouth, mate. Tao understands what I'm saying. You don't need to, do you? You fucking hipster.
Well, I mean, it helped.
How old are you? How actually old are you?
Old enough to be your cool uncle.
Old enough to be my cool uncle. Do you know how pathetic that sounds, mate? I'm asking you a genuine question here. How old are you? What is your age?
40, nearly.
40 nearly. Do you see what I mean?
Nearly.
Like,
Chemo's older, and he still thinks the Earth is flat. What's that got to do with anything?
Who said anything about the Earth being flat, mate?
Chemo does every day.
Is that your only rebuttal to like life? Is you think the Earth's flat, so that makes it okay
Well,
that I'm a
makes
shit
you a
cunt?
fucking idiot, yes. And Chemo
No,
does it with such gusto that
no,
no,
listen.
he's old.
Just
Like they're a
Chemo,
fucking.
just the dude,
What does
just
my
the
age
dude.
have to do with anything? Is what I'm asking.
Do you not know to not shout things like no, that sort of stuff, mate? By your age.
What?
I just heard you do it, buddy.
Okay,
you're
sure,
honestly
whatever.
That wasn't him, you deaf, retarded cunt.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
that's
that was
visual because I did. Maybe
That
I
was
missed
the
the
other
green
one.
thing. No, I
You
missed the green
fucking
thing.
cock
That wouldn't be
smoking
deaf.
bitch.
That wouldn't be deaf. That would just be visualization issues, right? That'd be
Just be
blindness.
dumb instead, wouldn't it?
Villain, do yourself a favor, go to sleep.
Why would I go to sleep? I've just woken up.
Oh, it's just crack villain. I thought it was Mark.
Because
Nurse.
you do a
I'm
lot
not looking
less
at the
stupid
screen.
shit when you're asleep.
Curved.
For one, it keeps you from talking. Go do it.
Curved. I don't actually listen. Curved. I have no issue with you, buddy. If you have an issue with me, you can talk to me about it.
You're
right
a
now.
dumb fuck. All you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
is embarrass
in a minute
yourself.
You'll walk away. In a minute, you walk away and you won't talk to me again, will you? Yeah. Why is that? Why wouldn't you talk to me, Curved?
You're worthless slime. Shut up.
I'm worthless slime. You know nothing about me, for one. Right?
I know enough to know that you're worthless slime.
Okay.
That
so
I do know.
Just tell me
I've heard
three
enough of
things
you to
that
know.
are important. Tell me three things that are important about my character as an individual. What's
No,
my
no,
job?
the point here is you got them fucked up. You were wrong. You're distracting from the fucking Aussie fight. No, stop
Oh,
it.
sorry, mate. The Aussie fight. A minute ago, I was an Aussie as well. Was he wrong then? You're gonna correct him? Was he wrong when he
You
said
sound like a
what?
cracked out Ozzy Osbourne, dude.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You smoke too much crack, you sound like Ozzy Osbourne now.
Listen, I love
Yeah,
the
right.
double standards in it. Do you really think my name would be that, you fucking idiots?
You sound like a crackhead, that's why I'm saying.
Oh yeah, and Curve calls me croaky throat. Yeah.
Oh, I said crackhead.
Listen, the casting aspersions in here based on projection is actually quite.
We don't need to hear from you right now.
I don't really care, Curve. They're talking to chemo anyway, mate. All right, mate.
You're gonna care.
Sounds like a
Now
crate.
get back to the fucking fighting.
What fighting? Where's the fight? All right, I am actually interested though. Come on, Curve. Show me. Where?
Mute yourself, you crackhead.
Boomer and Cypher were going at it. Chemo.
Oh, no, I've got him turned down. I can't even hear him.
Yeah. He reckons I deleted his video, so he doesn't know.
Boomer. There it is. Do your baby talk again, Boomer.
Hey? He thinks I deleted his videos and he's wrong. I didn't delete them. Who did, Cypher?
Well, if you did, Boomer, I mean, you obviously had good reason to do it, obviously. Because Cypher is a scam con artist.
I didn't.
Well, he's still a con artist.
Says the scam con artist.
Wait, can we just take an
Actually, I didn't delete them, Chemo. It wasn't me, but I'm happy for who did.
Okay, Boomer. So the accusation is you deleted videos, right?
Shut up, crack mong.
All right, Miffit, what do you think on this situation? Do you think it was warranted or not?
Let's not mip it. And no, I didn't delete the videos.
You know who did.
Sorry, Queen of the Trolls.
You had something to do with it.
You're not listening.
Yeah, you did. You're a fucking lying piece of shit.
And you're full of shit. Well, you're full of shit yourself because you know who did it.
Yeah,
and you don't know. So you would know it wasn't me, so you're a lying cunt.
How's your views going?
Exactly, Booner. Tell him again. What is he? Say it again. He's a lying what? What is he? You're right, Booner. He's a lying...
Where's your audio recordings, Boomer?
He's a lying...
Edited audio record. Why won't you let anyone hear that?
No, you're a lying what he said.
No, I'm asking Boomer where his edited recordings are that he's got that apparently I made.
Making
he won't
false
let anyone
accusations, making bets you can't pay out, accusing Boone and accusing...
No, I told you
he keeps getting it wrong.
No, I told you, once you wanted your bet, I'll honor mine. How about that?
I just told you. If you want to give who you think...
I've got more honor in my left code than you do in your entire fucking being.
Alright, fine. So you give Rizzler 100 and give me my 1900.
Restate the bets.
No, it's 900, and once you've paid Rizzler your debt, sure, go ahead. And once, you know...
Well, hold on a second. How would that work out, you fool? How would that work out? So, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Every month?
Hold on. So, I give Rizzler 100, you give me 900. How does that work out? How does that work out, you idiot?
I'm just pointing out that flat earthers don't have anywhere near the same level.
Explain to me again. If I give Rizzler 100,
debt, I'll pay mine. How about that? I told you that, but your pride gets in the way of that.
If I give Rizzler 100, how does that work out? You give me 900
because that'll come out of the 1,000 that I owe you.
Well, then send it, then, you idiot.
Well, you'll only get 900, won't you?
Well, then send it then.
Once Rizzler's got the receipt for you sending him the £100.
Well, and then you're going to send me 900.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Because you gave Rizzler 100?
No, because you did.
So why were you going to? Why would you give me 900?
Why would it be 900 then? If you owe
once you paid your, all right. Well,
why are you deducting
your debt? I'll have to send you the grand.
Are you just like dopey upon dopey, Cypher, or something? You just born dopey.
These people are so
no, I'm taking 100 out of the
England. In England. Just for 1 second. You said I was embarrassing Australia, the nation, once, being a flat earther.
Yeah. Still do.
Me?
Nah. No.
Cypher.
You still do by being a flat earther.
What does nah mean? Literally, who are you, Merlin? Who are you talking to?
Cypher is the embarrassment of Australia.
Dr. Nemesis.
Chemo. I think we've established a couple of things here. Aussies can't do maths and they can't make funny memes.
Right. He thinks that by me giving Rizzler 100, he's going to give me 900. How does that work?
All right, I'll send you the full grand then.
And he was saying it all
If you want to win
I'll give you 900. I'll give you 900. Like,
your debt. You want your debt, and I want mine. How about that?
Again, that's nothing to do with you.
Well, I mean,
just correcting
if
your,
you're not going to
your idiotic way of thinking.
If you're not going to honour your bet,
if
why
I
should I
give
come
Rizzler 100, you should give me 900.
If you're not going to honour your bet, why should I?
That's nothing to do with you.
I can still get back to civilization, by the way.
Anyway, Boonan's right.
You are Welsh in a bit, Cypher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Boonan's right. You are lying low down what he described you as.
Yeah. I'll have to. I don't know how I'll be able to sleep tonight. I really don't.
You just deflected away from the fact that you don't know who deleted the video. You just deflected away from it. Piss weak.
I can't hear what he's saying.
Boomer, can you just promise not to make any more memes and post them in the text chat? Because they are very bad.
I haven't made any memes. They've been sent to me by other people. Shut up, Cypher. They've been sent to me by other people.
You can't make a meme.
Cypher's got a bit of a fan club.
Well, tell the other people that are sending you the crap memes that the memes are crap and they won't be forwarded.
Oh, well.
Well, I actually
they're only for him anyway.
Engaging in
you guys don't have to forward them around.
That's all it's got. Can't make any content or produce a show because Cypher's such a good producer, as Team Skeptic will testify. So they just got to make memes. They're school kids.
Is that why you had to delete all 94 of them?
You can get them back if you want. If you're not such a douche, you can get them back. We know someone who unloaded them when you had your hissy fit and we decided to save the furniture. Davros helped. We downloaded them because we thought you were going to delete the channel. You can have them back if you want.
Let's stop talking about finance.
What's stopping you?
Let's stop talking about financials. No money is ever going to be exchanged, and let's talk about another subject, which is absolutely nothing, the flat Earth.
Jezza, New Zealand's spoken. We want you to leave our country immediately.
No.
You're an embarrassment.
The Queen.
I agree with that.
The Queen.
You're a useless drunk.
We're becoming a republic.
We're
becoming a republic. You need to get on a boat.
You've been drunk just too long. You need to fucking sober up.
Leave immediately.
You're a fucking disgrace.
Merle, are you drunk or are you drug fucked?
You're a fucking disgrace. I'm not on drugs or alcohol. You're a fucking disgrace.
Oh, so you're just slow then. But I'm not holding anything against you. That's probably why you think the Earth's flat.
What? Because you can string a word together, you think you're quick.
No, not at all. I've never been a cunt to you, so I don't know why you're being a cunt to me. So
string a word together.
You deserve it.
String a word together.
Oh no! Just when we thought it was safe to return to the text chat, we've got Aussies posting memes. For God's sake!
Damn it!
Come on, flat Earth Queen, let's go.
I'm not a flat earther. You retard.
Being angry all the time doesn't do anybody.
Sorry to offend you.
Myself ill. All he is. Chill out, man. Life's
Captain Bullshit wants to know if you can fly your helicopter to Tonga, Jezza. Do you reckon it would make it?
No, I don't have enough gas.
No, I didn't
think so. Making points about fucking fact and function and shit. Not about
what about Samoa? Could you get to Samoa, Jezza?
Do you know how far Tonga and Samoa are from New Zealand? Again, I don't have enough gas.
I think you should attempt it, though.
You give me some long-range fuel tanks and I'll do it. No worries.
Long-range fuel tanks.
Yeah, that's when you take out the passenger seats and you put a bladder in the back full of fuel.
I know what it is.
Okay, so why did you go long-range fuel tanks? What's that? Kinda.
I didn't say what's that actually. A lie.
No, you didn't. But you were like long-range fuel tanks.
Because it's such an ambiguous thing to say. Like, what bird are you in, mate?
Because I was asked if I could do it, and I said I could do it if I had long-range fuel tanks. It's not rockets and science.
Bird? In what bird?
I could do it in a. Do you want me to give you a helicopter type?
Make sure you choose a helicopter type that would need long-range fuel tanks in order for you to get there. You'd have to have them at this point.
I'll use
so
the
if you
type.
Haven't already, listen. If you haven't already got,
why don't I use the type that I fly?
Then you're asking for something that you don't even need.
Why don't I use the type that I fly? That's why I said I'd lead long-range fuel tanks. Do you want me to give you the type so you can look it up?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
A Kawasaki Bulkier BK117.
Alright, not bad.
Used by many EMS or rescue services throughout the world. It's a very common helicopter.
Yeah, it's alright. We'll use the links.
You don't use the links in the UK. What the fuck are you talking about?
Alright, mate.
You don't. The military does.
So that's not us. Alright. Sorry, mate.
No one uses the links.
He's not worth talking to, Jazz.
Are you serious, mate? Are you seriously going to say nobody uses the links?
Nobody uses the links for emergency medical services anywhere.
Commercial helicopter, and it was only used to fucking, I don't know, what was that Airwolf shit made of one, wasn't it? I don't know.
Look up. Look up. The most commonly used helicopter for emergency medical services in the UK is the MD900.
Well done, mate.
Modify tail rotor so it don't make such a fucking racket.
No, it's got no tail rotor.
It's got no tail rotor, that's what I mean.
Yeah. And cut off. So what's the range on that heli you're flying then? Genuine question.
I could fly the length of New Zealand, which is, what's that, 1,600 kilometres with long-range tanks on it.
I can fly a radio-controlled one round my fucking garden. That's an helicopter I've flown.
Never actually flown on this long-range tank, so I don't actually.
You're off the sauce tonight, Jazz, eh?
This sounds a little bit, better.
It must be 500 quid though, so it won't
oh shit, Marilyn, am I sounding threatening?
Sounds slightly normal.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Sorry about that.
So now we've got you in the normal mode. Can we get any evidence of you from of a globe with the helicopter?
What's that evidence you were going to present to Bambi and Bambi alone before you got banned?
Yeah, why did I get banned?
I don't know, mate. It wasn't anything to do with me. I would never have banned you. I like you, mate. I think you're alright.
Because I'm still not going to say anything until me and Bambi have this interview.
Mate, I personally don't care. I'm just asking if you're willing to provide it. You're not. That's fine.
I just don't know why the fuck I got banned.
I just told you I wasn't involved in that decision.
Can you overthrow that decision?
Probably, yeah.
We'll talk more about it, but
will we?
Probably not. But
nah, yeah, I'll fucking unban you, mate, if I can. Alright. Don't think you're on the permaban list, so I can lifty by.
Why did I do something? Did I do something super bad?
Not really. I don't know what you did wrong, Jazza. I have no fucking clue, buddy. I have no clue. I think it was because you were pissed on the live stream too many times.
Told us what you did, what you said to Bambi. You only wanted to talk to Bambi or something like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what you did. You were refusing to give evidence that you claimed to have.
What the fuck's wrong with that?
Because you're arguing for the globe, mate, from a position of I've got evidence, but I won't give it. To be honest, I felt like elbowing you right in the teeth, tin.
I don't see what the problem is with that, to be quite honest.
Well, we'll take it out with Bambi. She's the one who banned you.
She didn't ban me. Did she ban me?
Yeah, I looked at the logs, mate.
Did Bambi ban me?
Bambi.
Bambi banned
No,
you.
she didn't. I don't know who banned you, mate. I don't know.
No, he said something about he wanted to talk to Bambi only, and something weird. Like you told us yesterday.
I'm getting annoyed at you, Jess. All you ever fucking do is waste time. That's all you ever fucking do.
Do you reckon they actually let pissheads like Jazza actually fly helicopters? You do realise, guys, that he's full of shit, yeah?
Do you want me to
Gone on
send?
for years, though.
Do you want me to send you a photo of my license? Obviously, I'll take away my birth date and my surname.
Like you're going to do with Poncho years ago, and you still
send me a
haven't
picture of it. Send me a picture of it, and then I'll send you a picture of the same license with a different name and everything else on it. Yeah.
Just go to each fucking place and do the same old shit.
How do you think that someone can get a hold of a pilot's license? Do you really think that's possible?
Well, if you're about to send me a picture of one, then I could easily send
I'm not about to send you a picture of it right now. I don't even know where the fuck it is.
Of course you don't. You have to own it first, don't you?
It's not like a driver's license. You don't have to keep it on your person the whole fucking time. There's no police in the sky.
You don't have to do that with a driver's license either.
Well, you have to keep.
Police in the sky.
You have to keep a driver's license on you in New Zealand all the time.
Well, yeah, that's because you live in a weird place. That's because they need to know who you are when you fall off the cliff or you get kicked to death by sheep or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you got a better chance of being kicked to death by sheep than being bitten by a snake. That's for sure.
Yeah, sheep actually are quite dangerous. Well, goats are quite dangerous, in fact.
Rams are dangerous.
Yeah. Very
They
dangerous,
will.
in fact.
They will stick a horn right through your scrot if you're not careful.
Yeah, I've had a fight with a few different rams, mate. I know what they're like, mate. Like little pricks.
Yeah, no, they are. They will hunt you down.
The only thing that's ever literally used to be a ram, right? Near where I live. Right little bastard. Like double muscled one, really strong. But to be fair, I figured out how to get past him. I just grab the local goose, right?
Yeah.
Well, if I'm being serious, I actually would just grab one of the geese, mate, and then just take the geese with me and then just chuck the goose, boom, toward it, and it scares shitless of it. So.
You know, they're tough little fuckers, that's for sure.
Gaza, evidence of a globe helicopter. Yeah, what is it?
I again really want to save it because it's so good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm listening.
You're a little troll, aren't you?
Well, I was saying you're wasting time.
Okay.
I can see
okay. Well, hang on. We'll use this example. You know how there's aircraft carriers, right? And there's helicopters on them, or frigates. There's helicopters on the back.
Never heard of that. Never heard of it. What is it?
Okay, so you're hearing about it now.
Yeah.
So let's say there's no wind. There's no wind at all. Even though the boat's moving at, let's say the boat's moving at 30 knots, doesn't matter what direction, doesn't matter. And there's still no wind. So if I'm moving at 30 knots to the north, I've got 30 knots up my ass from the south, meaning zero wind on the deck. Right?
Wait, say that again, mate. Say that again. That was,
So the boat's going north at 30 knots.
Right.
The nose of my helicopter is facing north, the same direction as the boat. The wind direction is 30 knots up my ass / on my tail rotor, meaning I have.
There was no wind.
This is the example that equals out that there's no wind, because if I give another example, you say there's wind.
No,
Zero wind. The boat is still moving across the surface of the earth. When I lift off in the helicopter, I'm in a hover. I'm not in a hover in reference to the fucking tree on the island that's 300 meters to the left of me. I'm in a hover in a reference point to the ground that's directly below me. I am hovering over that moving ship. But to you on the shore, I'm moving at 30 knots. It's not rockets and science.
Get on with it. Get on with it. Keep going.
It is it. How do you not get that? That's why I said it's not rockets and science.
Mate,
keep going. Keep going.
How do you
what you're saying? I get what you're saying. Cool. What's your problem?
He ain't saying anything. So get on with it.
What's the big fucking gotcha, mate? Yeah, when you say you don't understand it.
The surface of the earth is the ship.
So
it's conservation of momentum. When I lift off the ground, I'm already doing the speed that the surface of the Earth is doing. In reference to space.
The speed of the surface of the Earth, mate. You're on a ship. The ship is the speed, right?
That was my example.
Yes, I know, but you're saying you're going the speed of the
One moment. I have to interrupt this.
One moment, yeah.
Flat Earth debate. We've got new evidence in the chat of the deletion of the Australians channel that I think is quite interesting, and the Aussies should probably come back into voice and let's hear it. Apparently, it's Davros.
Stuff you make up and like you stage in order to like move away from the point, or is it like genuinely? No, I'm asking you.
No one wants to debate Flat Earth, all right?
I don't want to debate Flat Earth right now either, buddy. I'm asking a genuine question. Is this something that actually fucking happened? Chemo, is this something that actually happened, mate?
Put yourself on mute, buddy. Right, let's talk to the Australian. So it's Davros. Apparently, it's Davros that was doing the deleting.
Davros didn't even have access to the account that Boomer did to delete the videos, so he couldn't have done it.
He did. Yes, he
and
did. We showed him how to do it before you went there. Shows the emails that were in question. They're Boomers, Christmas, Ardawans, and Vishantis. The other one was another one that we had set up for another part of it. Firstly, thanks for doxing us. Second one, Davros was shown everything when you went.
No, it's one of you four. And you predicted it. That one that O'Neill Ripe and Warheads posted up. You broadcast that on the 20th. Planet Jackoff is the NASA black site. We're not stupid. We know what you fucking did. Man up and admit it.
You won't speak, will you? To let me answer.
No, you destroyed over 10,000 fucking hours worth of work.
CYPHER, let him respond. Let him respond. Let him respond. Go on, Boonan.
No.
Go on, Boonan. No, you're a lying low down what Boonan said.
Hey, I know. I admitted I was wrong. I manned up and said, no, hey, look, I was wrong. Now, once you honour your bet, I'll honour mine. I told you that.
CYPHER, let Boomer respond, please. Let Boomer respond. Boomer, what's your response?
My response is that Davros was shown how to do it when CYPHER went loopy. Yep. We decided to save the furniture because we thought he'd delete the channel.
Right.
And Davros knew all about it. He was shown how to change all the permissions, and his name was on the other email that you haven't seen. You've either doctored that or you've got
no. It was only in the YouTube studio as a manager. He wasn't on the manager's the Google account tab page.
CYPHER. Shut up!
I'm not letting him say this. The Google account that it was deleted from was the backdoor access that
let him respond. We can't hear Boonan.
Davros didn't have the access that the four of them did. Because he's lying.
But let him finish his point.
Did not have access to delete the videos the way they were deleted.
You're not listening. Let him finish, and then you can respond. Boonan, go ahead.
You don't want to let me finish because he knows it's going to.
I know, I know.
Davros was shown how to do all the permissions. You're going to let me finish, Chemo? You're trying to stop interrupt.
Sorry.
Davros was shown how to do everything when you went loop. And we decided to save the children.
He didn't have access to the account. He didn't have the access to the
Right, CYPHER.
He might have been shown how to do it.
It's not going to work like this. I don't know who muted you. I didn't mute you, but I was going to say you're going to get muted by somebody because you're just not letting him finish. That's like, you got to let him finish. Bruno, go ahead.
And the reason for that is because he knows what I've got.
So why isn't Davros account one
CYPHER, it's not going to work like this.
Because he's fucking lying, Chemo.
It doesn't matter if he's lying. You can correct him afterwards.
Address is not on that email, Boomer. You're a fucking liar.
Well, it doesn't matter if you shout. We've got to hear.
David Cooley, 64, whichever David. It starts with David Cooley at
right.
Yeah, we know CYPHER.
We know. It's not on there.
What Boomer's saying though is prior to that, Davros got all the permissions because they thought you were going to freak out and delete all the videos.
No, he didn't.
So they saved copies and they gave Davros all the permissions.
So why is Davros's email not on the email from YouTube asking about which one was used to delete it? If it wasn't one of those 4, it wasn't Davros. It's one of those 4 email addresses in that email. They're the ones that YouTube asked us if we recognised.
You sound really
keep
defensive.
an open mind and let's listen to Boomer, because apparently something was going on that you were unaware of because you were having a bit of a
It's funny that he's bringing this up. This is something new that he's brought up, and Davros isn't here to defend himself.
So let's hear him out. It is something new. This is new evidence on the table. So let's hear it out.
This isn't evidence. He hasn't provided any evidence at all. All he's got is fucking accusations. I've got fucking emails from
evidence,
YouTube.
but we can't.
It was one of those 4.
You know, he won't let me say it because he knows I've got the evidence, and I can produce the email.
Fucking crap.
If I'm such a liar, then you claim that. Why don't you shut up and let me say my case, and then people can decide whether I'm
giving the access. Then why isn't his email on that email there? Why isn't his email address listed, Boomer?
Triggered. Who's triggered?
Right,
See, you're so
triggered. You've got right, CYPHER. This won't do. This is not going to work. No. It's not going to work, CYPHER, like this. You've got to be able to hear the response from Booner. What's your problem?
Yeah. That's right.
It's Boomer, by the way, with him. Okay, well, I'm staying calm. Someone obviously isn't, because those with nothing to hide nothing. The bottom line is Davros had all the permissions and we had a different email.
Why did you keep posting up that meme of the Death Star?
I've given you, I've warned you.
You are a lying piece of crap.
You're a total
faggot. Who just muted him? So, I've warned you, I've asked you, how many times, do you think I'm going to keep saying all day, please stop, please stop, please stop. CYPHER, you've got to let him finish. Okay, Boone, it's all yours.
Okay, basically, when he deleted the Discord channel, we thought he was going to Discord the actual YouTube channel. Davros was privy to this. We all decided to copies of the videos in case he did that, so we'd have them. Davros knew about it. He was shown how to change all the permissions, and all the permissions were changed over to Davros. And it was one of our people who did it, and he told me of this. What's then occurred is, it seems that they left our permissions intact right up until 2 days before it expired, when the YouTube copyright strike got knocked back. So I feel the evidence to us looks like he went in and did it in order to eliminate the evidence that was a YouTube knockback anyway, because they're just been petty since day one, and we left the server and 8 of us went and started a different channel. They've been saying we stole their shit. We've been producing stuff. They've produced nothing. So there's the evidence. I can produce the email if required, but I don't think this Discord's particularly much more than a kangaroo court. And whoever yells the loudest seems to get...
We would like the email, Boomer. And to clear your name, I think there's produce the email.
You realise just putting emails up and posting them, they're private messages.
Well, hold on now, Boomer.
I don't do that shit.
Boomer,
I don't know.
We're going to have to hear from...
anyway.
All right. We're going to have to hear from CYPHER now, though, Boomer. So have you finished? Do you point?
Okay, all right. I'll shut up. I'll be civil. I'll shut up.
No, I'm just saying, have you finished?
I'll be quiet. I'll mute myself.
You've got to be fair. I like fairness, and we've got to hear from the opposition. Okay, so let's bring him in.
Well, the one thing I'm going to say is it's funny how he won't produce his email when I'm quite happy to show the ones that I've got. That's all.
That's all.
Okay, right. Well, we're getting to the bottom of this, Chemo.
There you go. There you go.
I think. What do you think? What do you think, Chemo? Do you think?
I think CYPHER is a low-down scam artist who doesn't have a good word, doesn't hold to his word, and will rip off and deceive anyone.
But I'm still willing to put up the emails, aren't I?
If he would deceive his friend here, if he would deceive his friend here, then he'll deceive anyone. So yeah, we can see that. Yeah.
Do we think we need to?
And it's funny how Davros isn't here to show the emails that he's got from YouTube in regards to their copyright strike too, isn't it? Because Davros was emailing YouTube as well, asking about the copyright strike and when it would go through. It's funny that Davros isn't here to show his evidence that he's got, because if he were, he would, and Boomer's still not producing anything. I'll point that out to everyone, and that's the last I'm saying on it, because he's a lying piece of crap and he deleted our fucking channel content. And he knew, if he didn't do it, he knows who did. It was Arwen or him. One of the two of them.
I thought that was the last.
You are a liar.
Okay, well, that's good.
Produce your evidence then.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we work as a team, and I've got to go and ask the others if I can do it. I'll DM them all tomorrow, and if it's a unanimous agreement that we can show you that email, I will go and do it. I thought you weren't hanging any more on it.
Boomer? What are you claiming the email says, Boomer? Are you claiming that the email shows Davros was the deleter?
You'd think he'd be eager to show that.
I'm saying Davros had permission.
Eager to show it if it was.
Hey, CYPHER, was that you? Shut the fuck up, CYPHER.
Davros did it, Boomer.
CYPHER, I asked Boomer a question, please. Just be a gentleman and hang tight. So, Boomer, are you saying you've got evidence that Davros had permissions to be able to potentially delete the videos? Is that correct?
Was on the email list. Davros was on the email list of permissions, and we feel that he might have done it because of the timing of the deletion. Writing coded messages in Star Wars calls is a it's just delusional.
Dude, and then asked Christmas. Hang on, I'll get that. Let me get the email. Let me get the screenshot where he asks Davros what he got for Christmas.
Yeah, because I heard about it.
Maybe we need Davros.
What happened?
Maybe we need Davros.
Davros, he's got more evidence, and he will refute everything this motherfucker is saying.
No, we're not sure about
says, don't bullshit a bullshit, I might point out.
Buddha,
he tells the truth all the time too, doesn't he? Hang on, can I finish, Chemo? Basically, those two are by themselves, and the other 8 of us are now on a different side.
Everything they were doing in their text calls, everything that was happening, they were chronicling in those opening Star Wars text calls of theirs. With opening text scrolls, and he's talking to Peekapup here, we've got opening text scrolls for 30 shows, keep them coming. They were chronicling what was going on in here in their text scrolls. They predicted that the videos would be deleted. Gastric readings indicate that Jackoff was destroyed as soon as 25/12. It was broadcast on the 20th of December. The videos were deleted Christmas Eve, and then in the next few days, you started asking Davros what he got for Christmas, what Santa brought him. I'm going to get that screenshot now.
Thank you. Christmas Eve, we eat Christmas pudding, you dickhead. I didn't write a coded message in. Even I didn't know it. No secret, I didn't know it.
You told me about it while I was out at dinner. You used a sock account to tell me about it.
No, I didn't.
I'll get the sock account.
Up here. That wasn't me. I can assure you that wasn't me, and that wasn't me that deleted the video.
So another one then.
So shove it up your ass.
So throw another one under the bus, are you?
You're an idiot.
It was you or Ardawan. It was you, Charisma, Ardawan of Ashanti. One of you 4. One of you 4.
So you don't know.
On that channel, Boomer.
You don't know. So you don't know.
It's one of you 4.
And why are you saying it's me? Don't know.
Well, because you're saying it's me. Why do you on about it and asking what we got for Christmas and posting up the name of the Death Star getting destroyed, calling it a hidden message. Oh, it's a hidden message. Is that okay with you? I have all the screenshots of these if you want me to post them all up. Actually, you know what?
Yep.
Queen, I'm going to give you access to our Discord and you can look through it all.
You're right, verification. That's it. They're blaming me.
I'm going to invite you to our Discord server and I'm going to give you the access that we've got to our evidence room and you can look through it there. How about that?
Yeah. And just to anyone, just say it's true or not true. Would anyone trust CYPHER with privy information and work with him in what is supposed to be an organisation? He's showed how trustworthy he isn't.
Exactly.
And that's irrelevant whether I did or didn't do or whether I'm a liar or a truth teller. He is definitely untrustable because he is now information.
You use backdoor access to delete my videos. You are lower than scum. I never would have done what you did. You are fucking scum. You destroyed all that hard work that I put into that channel. And you knew it. You told me about it.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
And you went walkabout. You didn't put that much hard work in.
Boomer's actually saying that the videos are still there. They've got backups of the video. Is that right, Boomer?
He's not going to give them back to me, though.
That is correct.
And we'd have to upload them and all the interactions that we got with it.
You jump into conclusions. Boomer, do you still have their hard work of videos that probably 5 people have watched?
No, there are a lot more than that. No, I've got more evidence of that. What he actually destroyed.
He can't let me answer because he knows he's got something to hide.
I have nothing to hide.
That's why
I'm providing evidence. You've got nothing.
Have you finished? Can you actually learn to be civilized and grown up?
Stop calling for bans.
Oh, no, I was going to get banned.
Answer the question. Yeah, is that pretty? do I fairly just get a chance to answer the question? Basically, what happened is I offered it back and he moved the goalpost. And we were going to offer them back so he stopped being a fucking troll and trolling our streams like he. There you go. Can't let me finish. We were going to offer him back. He moves the goalpost and he makes it unworkable.
I never did. That's a lie. No, that's another lie. Bullshit.
Sounds like we're making progress.
You sat there and said, "Oh, do you want them back? Do you want them back?" And I said, "You're going to give me a link to them, are you?" I actually said I'd take the link. You didn't give it to me, did you? You fucking lying piece of crap.
I said, do you want them back? So you're the one making shit up here. You're delusional.
CYPHER, do you want them back?
Link to get them back then.
Went away and you two are still together.
Well, give me the link like I asked you for last time you offered it to me. Because I did say, give me the link to it then. You are a fucking liar.
Through your thick fucking paper, eh? I don't have the link. What do you not get about that, you fucking idiot? I don't have it. Do you want them back?
Well, then get one.
Now move the goalpost. Come on, motherfucker, move it now. Do you want them back?
Am I moving the goalpost or am I saying get a link? Or is it you moving the fucking goalpost?
You want them back?
Yes.
Hey, whether you want them back or not?
Yes. Are you fucking dead? Okay. Give them back to me.
Okay, I think that's clear. He would like them back. Do we have them, Boomer?
So what do you want in return, Boomer?
Email the people who have them on their hard drives. And that's all I'm going to offer to you. And even I fucking are going to do that reluctantly because I think you're a trolley.
Very reasonable of you, Boomer. Very reasonable of you.
Thank you. In the video that we've got on our channel still, you can actually hear Quiddy say whoever deleted the videos had permission to do it. Go and listen to it. It's in there. Quiddy himself fucking admits that one of them did it.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he does. He said whoever deleted the videos had permission to do it because CYPHER didn't take their access off them. That's exactly what he says.
Could that have been Gav?
Go through it.
That's what
I'd say you never had permission to delete the videos. I've got the DMs between you and me and everyone else, so I can show that no one asked me for permission to delete the videos. You snuck in on Christmas Eve and fucking deleted the videos because you're a malicious little fucking hobbit. You're vile.
Was it? How do you know it was me?
Yeah.
How do you know it was me? How do you know that?
One moment.
You're going to get your videos back at this rate.
CYPHER, he's offered the videos back. One moment. He's offered the videos back, which I think you really want the videos back. So take the offer.
With them. The channels, the views and the interactions that were already on it are gone.
You've been crying that he's deleted them for the last month.
When they deleted those videos,
what are you going to do with them?
The few hours we had are gone. All of the interactions gone. Uploading the videos as they are.
There wasn't many interactions with your videos. Let's be honest.
He fucking destroyed it, and he knew what he was doing. That's the point of it.
Let's be honest, though, CYPHER. There weren't a lot of interactions. There weren't. Like,
there was more than anything they've got on their current channel that they stole the whole concept of from me. They fucking drove me to a mental breakdown by not helping and then wondered why in the fuck I walked away for a couple of weeks to have a break. I was going to come back and race. I didn't have a problem with you guys. Not a fucking problem at all. Not one of you reached out to me after I fucking melted down. Not one except Mippet. That's the fucking worst part of it. You all claim to be my friend and let me fucking melt down.
Yeah, Nemesis, they're trying to destroy you.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
You
mate, I'm actually worried about you, bro.
After you had fucking kicked the shit out of me for months. You with your fucking constant whinging about other people and fucking having to deal with the shit that you kept bringing up, the problems that you had. A fucking potato boomer. You were the worst fucking mistake I made with that channel.
Thank you.
And yet,
thank you. Please call again, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please call again.
Get your ass up to my place and I'll fucking take your face through the
fucking pathetic.
Okay,
Can you not tell he's having a breakdown? Can you guys not tell he's having a breakdown and you're just goading him on?
Let's just calm down. Let's just calm down. Right. CYPHER obviously wants his videos back. Boomer? He obviously wants the videos back, so that'd be nice if you could reach out to the rest of the crew and get his videos.
No, they can fuck off. I don't want them now. No, it's done. The channel's dead. They can fuck off.
It's okay. It's okay.
What's the point? There is no point to getting those videos back.
Well, because I guess you've
parties to work with. That's what we want.
I guess you've spent 30+ hours.
No, I just want everyone to know what a piece of shit this fucking vile fucking cunt is.
Okay, so what do you need, Cypher, to make this better for you then? If you don't want the videos back,
an apology would be nice from them.
Apology, great, excellent. Boomer, can we start off just say sorry?
Not just that, a heartfelt one. One that actually says, look, we're sorry we fucking drove you into another mental breakdown. But I know I'm not going to get that because these people are shit.
I think that's reasonable, Boomer.
You can't be serious.
Or not? I sort of don't really get a chance to say anything because people keep yelling over me.
You don't deserve a chance to say fucking anything.
Well, do you think you could give a heartfelt apology, Boomer? Do you think you could?
No.
Boomer, are you saying that Cypher is in the right? After all I was backing you up, protecting you, turns out Cypher is in the right.
People Jerry Springer thing when literally this guy's having a fucking breakdown and you're not his friends.
Cypher, not Cypher. Boonan, is Cypher in the right or not?
No, not at all.
Doesn't matter
There's no
at this
apology
point.
coming
He's
from me. He
clearly
doesn't
hurt.
deserve one.
Listen, he's clearly hurt, isn't he? So be his fucking friend. He's not even upset, is he, about the rest of it? He's actually upset because he's saying nobody reached out to him when he was down.
He appears to be right, Boonan. What's going on? Is he right? Is he wrong?
No,
I think he's right. I think he's right to be upset.
Look, he's left
and I think
now.
he does deserve an apology.
No, he's left, look. Like, honestly, that guy is,
I tell you what,
for real, on the edge of a fucking breakdown. Listen, Boomer, he's on the edge of a breakdown, and you cunts are just winding him up like he's a fucking toy. Swear to God. What are you lot going to do if he fucking kills himself or something? You're going to look like right cunts.
Hey, dude, what's your involvement in this? You're just interrupting me telling what I should do, and you haven't even been part of it.
Do you want to know my involvement?
I've worked with him for
I give a shit about people.
Yeah,
you dickhead.
So here's the bottom line, dude. I've worked with him for 12 months, and he did this all the time. He is so hard to work with that we've all had different things. I actually mentioned when he had his last breakdown, I spoke to a couple of his close friends.
Stop working with people with shared accounts who've got mental health issues.
One of them was Davros. So you're telling me what I should fucking do? Hey, shut up! Hey, shut up and let me finish. That's the problem. No one ever lets me get to the end. So your mate Cypher there was reached out to me. So how are you going to feel tomorrow when I tell you this story? Are you going to say, "Oh, gee, I was wrong. I shouldn't have said that"? Because you technically owe me an apology, but it's not worth anything because I don't value your
sorry, buddy.
Judgment or your view anyway. The bottom line is we did reach out to Cypher when we sensed that he was having emotional discomfort is the best term I can give it. You can't say to someone you're neurotic, go and get help because they get all feisty about it, as you can see. What happened was he then counseled all the Americans. They left and I left with him because I couldn't handle working with him anymore as well. It got to that stage. And I did not delete the videos. That's all delusionary shit. And basically pretty much bullied all the women in our streams from the moment we left by incessantly trolling them while they were there. This is Glober Mum, all the women. Vishanti picked on all the women.
End of. You're part of the
We
problem,
don't need to be talking about that, Boomer. He's not even here. He's taking a break.
We do, because picking on women is a pretty low-ass thing and it's very un-Australian.
Nah, women that are in Discord.
You would say that after you look like a complete
arsehole,
wouldn't you?
You don't need to white knight for women in Discord. Honestly, you don't need to white knight for women in Discord. If they've got an issue with it, they can take it up with Cypher themselves.
No, you don't understand. What they do is
dude, you need
they
to white
attack the
knight
women
right
that
now.
I know.
You look like a twat at the minute. So white knight to make yourself look like less of a twat. Go on, mate.
Not what you think. So how about you shut the fuck up and maybe irrelevancies? I mean, your dignity's probably worth zip all. So what do you have in this equation? Queen, you're more than reasonable. The bottom line of it is, dude, he actually attacked the females I know very well. And who were friends with me.
Why are you telling me I've
nothing
to do with this according to you? Stop doing things that don't make no sense to your own premise.
Boomer, if the females on Discord, okay, she doesn't need someone to white knight. If she's got an issue with what Cypher's doing, she can take it up with Cypher. It's none of your business. So let's just maybe get back to the issue here, and I think potentially just be the bigger human and offer a heartfelt apology.
Hold on.
So we can all move on.
No, hang on. No. You just put a point and then change the point. So 1 point at a time, please. Let's get it above third grade debating. 1 point at a time. I'm not white knighting. I don't like that term. Basically attacking a friend, touch one, touch all. So no, I'm not white knighting. You're wrong there. You've read me wrong. Touch one, touch all. Okay? Do you understand that? Next one, no, he doesn't get an apology because he's been a right twat. That's why 8 of us have all left. Think about that. 8 people all left. He drove them out.
It's pretty shitty. An apology is not difficult, is it?
Boomer, is it fair to say that? Yeah. Is it fair to say that there's 2 sides to every story?
Correct. And I've not been able to get mine out because he yells over me all the time. Being civilised and rewarding bad behaviour.
All right, okay, so he's not here right now, so take your chance and your opportunity, right?
I've already said it. These videos, I didn't have a sock puppet. All the shit he's made up's just basically them pointing it and being like a flat earther, saying it's evidence against me. There's nothing conclusive. He said he was getting lawyers. They never eventuated. He said we've done all sorts of shit, which we haven't. So I know who's in the right, and there's 8 of us who all think he's a dick. We're all now making content and doing what we do and having fun and having a fun hobby. Other people are just a little bit infantile and probably could do a little bit of growing up. And he's got a couple of friends who don't exactly help him either. They tend to encourage him. So his true friends should be helping him, and he should just leave us the fuck alone and stop channeling his anger at us.
Give his videos back and just say a heartfelt apology and everyone can get on with their lives.
Not going to happen. You're not the boss, okay? He has got a lot of apology owed to other people.
Well, you're a twat.
He's not.
Boomer.
No, we told him.
Can I offer an apology and I will stop making all bad memes about you?
Who is speaking right now?
So I apologize deeply for all of the memes I've made about you, and I will not be making any more.
Boomer, you're going to give him his videos back, mate, because you're not a cunt, right? Let's preface it.
I don't have his videos.
Boomer, are you a cunt?
I don't have his videos.
Well, why would you say I'm not going to give them back? Why would you say you're not going to give them back then? That makes it sound like you haven't, mate. You tripped up a bit there, didn't you, buddy? So you've got his videos, right?
No,
give them back. You just claim you had.
He's just winding up CYPHER. He knows he's got them.
No, I didn't make that up. Don't fucking lie about what I just said, right? Queen of the Trolls just simply said, "You're going to give the videos back." He said, "No, you're not the boss. You're not having them back."
Dude,
he doesn't want to crack. He wants CYPHER to suffer. That's what he wants, because he feels that CYPHER has done something to the gang.
Boomer, I don't think you understand. He's like right on the edge, mate. Is it worth your pride to not give him the videos back?
Okay. Can I just point this out? You should listen a bit more.
Fucking human, aren't you?
Yeah, I will see who's got the video. So you're not listening. I will see who's got them. I don't even know who downloaded and made copies. I just know they exist.
Of course you're all in it together. You're all in it together.
You know, Boomer. You know, you said you downloaded them and put them on someone's hard drive, so you know exactly where they are. Stop being a jerk and just give us videos back. Don't apologise if you can't bring yourself up to that standard, but give the videos back.
If I don't have them with me, why would I say that? See, you've got a problem with listening.
You know who's got them, though. Let's face it, we're not idiots.
Who's the boss, Boomer?
Yes, I know. Right, so you've just changed the story then. Yes, I know who's got them.
I just heard you on your YouTube stream. Who's the boss?
Boomer, I had your back on this.
It's up to me. It's the boss. Who's the boss?
Now you're teasing CYPHER and saying I've got them, but not going to give them back.
Yeah, you just slipped up, Boomer.
What to do in this situation?
You said I'm not the boss. It's not up to me, which means you've got them. You're holding them against them, you little bitch.
Sheeple, I don't have them. You've got it wrong, and go and do a fucking Q&A. Fuck off.
Who is the boss, you fucking bandwagon cunt?
You're not invited in, you fucking dickhead, so shut the fuck up.
Who's your
Here's
boss?
The story. I don't have them. I know copies were taken. I can get access and get them back. And then he yelled at us, okay? He doesn't want them back so he can play the victim.
And get them back.
QAnon dickhead retard.
You talk about maturity and now you're just being a little bitch, you fucking child. fucking
Get
asshole.
the access and get them back, Boomer. You just said.
I'm not the boss
Thank
because I'm a little
Thank
bitch
you,
minion.
Sheeple.
You fucking faggot.
Thank you, Sheeple. Oh,
Yeah.
Diddums, you want a hug? You
Oh,
need a
bro, you're
kissy,
nothing.
baby.
You know you're nothing. You were so jealous of
Boomer.
Cypher, that's why you split away anyway. Always wanted to be in control, you fucking loser.
Jealous of his talent, jealous of the control, all of that shit. Boomer, honestly, mate, you're not even going to be able to come round here eventually because people at this point, I can tell they're at a breaking point with you, mate. They're just going to fuck you right off, mate. So just be a bigger man.
Well,
and give
anyone
us fucking
who's
videos
like that,
back,
I
you piece of shit.
How about
Give
you
back his
fucking listen
videos,
again?
mate.
I don't have them.
I don't need to listen to you, Boomer.
Don't
I've heard
have
what you
them.
said. You've slipped up. You're a lying little
I
prick.
don't have them. You don't listen. I don't have them. And I'd rather take on
But you
Sheeples
can
because
reach
the
out to the
QAnon
person
boy.
who's got them, Boomer. You can reach out to the person
You're
who's
in
got
white
them.
knight Sheeples.
I heard what you
You're not
said.
fucking listening. I don't have them. I do
Who's
not
the
have them. I
boss?
did not delete
Who's
them.
the one who dictates who can give them back, Boomer? You said it. It's not up to me. I'm not the boss. Who can do it?
Actually, what he actually said, literally, what he actually said was this. He said, "No, I'm not giving them back." No, you call Queen. You said, "No, Queen, you're not the boss. So fuck you. I'm not giving them back." Basically, that's what he actually said. He said, "I'm not giving them back because I'm not doing what you told me to do, Queen of the Trolls." Yes, which suggests that you have them to be able to do what she. If so, what does that say? Did you have them because you could choose to do what she said, couldn't you?
Exactly.
You said no because you don't want to do what she said. Not that you can't do it, you dickhead.
This is
I'm
the
calling you a
third
little
time,
liar.
Crackervillain, that he's talked about being able to give them back.
Do I get to say anything here or not? Shut up, Sheeple. You're a fucking wanker. Okay, crack villain. I said I'm not apologising because I don't remember bad behaviour, didn't I? And there you go. Sheeple's censoring me now. Sheeple's censoring me because he knows the fucking truth. He's probably in on it as well. Okay, crack villain. I said I'm not issuing an apology because he doesn't deserve it. I don't reward bad behaviour. That's what I said.
I've just been making props. I've just been making props with your memes.
Well,
what's nice and good. Cheers, mate. If I'm
yeah, I got no respect for you, mate. I see right through you. You jealous little fuck wanted to take power. That's why you did what you did. Obvious.
What?
Obvious.
Writings on the wall. What did I do, Sheeple? Oh, QAnon Trump fan? Tell us with the insight.
Oh, okay, bandwagon hobbit. Let's say you needed the limelight. That's why you did what you did. It's so simple. It's so obvious. All you got to do is listen to your first pathetic show where you're in like a room with dirt. That's all.
Thanks for the room. Thanks for the view.
Yeah.
Yeah,
one of six. You're one of six. I only had to watch the first 30 seconds to realize what a shit show it was. Only to realize that you didn't like Cypher and Control.
Sheeples.
On your sheep. Oh, your insight is good. So, what advice have you got for me in life, Mr. Live Coach? I'm so into your advice.
Give the videos
learn how to cut out objects to make PNGs with feathering. That's your first.
You're right, mate. Yeah. Nemesis, you're right. Boomer's being a fucking twat. He has got your videos, and he actually has got
the messages you sent me too. But yeah, Boomer is lying about what happened. One of them knows he knows at the very least who deleted our video.
He said there's a boss. Yeah, he said there's a boss, basically.
Exactly.
Or something like that.
He definitely knows, Cypher, but I guess we've established here that Boomer is a twat.
Yeah, this is the third time he's mentioned about the ability to give them back. Third different conversation. Third time.
I can go and get them back. So what does that mean, Sheeple? She's attorney at law. Good on you, mate. Are you his lawyer?
You can go and get them back.
What does that actually fucking mean?
So you talk about maturity and wanting to grow up. You can go and get them back. Go and get them back. Be the bigger man.
Sheeple, you don't matter.
Have some dignity.
It says the QAnon boy. So
you're the one telling everyone to grow up, so shouldn't you lead by example, Hobbit? Cunt.
Where do you live, Boonan? Where do you live?
People.
Where do you live so we can collect?
I live.
Yeah.
Everything I mentioned, Boomer, was verifiable.
Want to collect? So where do you live?
Is it really? We'll go.
What?
Jesus.
Where are you, Booman? So we can
Okay, now they're all.
And Chemo, I'll
You're
tell you
sort
what,
of
mate.
bandwagon jumper, aren't you,
Chemo,
Boomer?
Got his address.
People making a joke. People making a joke, so you make a joke about their joke because you don't even have fucking originality.
Chemo, let me know how I can get you this money so I can honour that bet.
That's why you can't even make your own fucking. You can't even make your own fucking channel without using the same words.
Boonan.
Fucking loser.
Reese, just wait a second. Nemesis, I heard what you said then. That is honourable. Say it again, mate.
Chemo, get me your details so I can get you this money. I'll pay that bet that I owe you. I'll show that I've got more honour than this piece of shit.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure. No worries. That's
What? You gonna give him £1,000?
How about you just pay about half of it?
Don't do that.
No. That's settled.
No, I'm gonna give. No, he gets the £1,000. That's
settled.
fine. I lost that bet.
No.
Yeah. That's
So
settled.
what?
It's settled.
Right,
Shut up, Dark Star.
Give him anything.
Do you want to know
Don't
why?
get involved now.
Self-respect.
No,
Gemo, if you get that money,
back to Boonan.
Gemo, wait. If you get that money, you apologise for all the nasty shit you said about Cypher's
Hey,
character.
look, it's
Deal?
nothing to do with anyone else.
Whoa. No. Deal?
There's no solicitors and lawyers and advocates here. Okay, now let's get
No,
back to Boonan.
Gemo,
Yeah?
you said some pretty slanderous shit based on his actions. Now he's about to reverse them. Are you going to remove those comments about him?
I'm not worried about that. No,
I am, Cypher.
We'll sort all that out.
What type of man, Gemo?
We'll sort that out later on.
Wait.
Boonan, where do you...
emotional moment today, alright? I don't think you're in the right state of mind to be making those kinds of
Dark
financial
Star,
decisions. So you should wait at least a couple of days.
No, it's fine.
I got the money.
And then decide on whether you're
It's not a problem. I lost the bet fair and square, and I did welch on it, and I'm more than happy to pay it. That's fine. When I went away and thought about that, I was like, no, you know what? I'll show that I've got more honour than Boomer.
Thank you. So back to Boonan. Boonan, where are you?
And how did you lose it?
Boonan,
it's a top man right there.
Boonan, where are you? We want to collect. Where are you?
What do you want to collect?
You've got
the videos.
You've got the videos in your possession. We want to get them back.
No, I don't. Someone downloaded them. They've got them on their hard drive.
Where are you? Let's get to you first, and then you can direct us in the right direction. Yeah. Where are you?
I can't. I don't give other people's addresses.
What? So we have to search for you by our means. It'd be more beneficial if you just come forward and say, "Look, here's where I am. Here's the videos," or just give them back to him right now. Big deal.
Have them. They are on someone else's hard drive. Well, they were downloaded. Where
do they live?
I can't give up that. I can't dox other people, and nor would I.
How long will it take?
So fucking pedantic for
how long will it take you, Boomer, to get the videos back? How long will it take you?
No.
You're the epitome of fucking maturity, Boomer, you fuckhead.
Oh, shut up, Sheeple. Dude, you're derailing it. Sheeple, look, seriously, I'm going to say this. You're not helping. You're actually going to fuck this up. There's a chance that this be fixed. You are fucking it up. So zip it, mute yourself, please, because you got zero respect from pretty much most of us. So can you shut up? You're fucking it up.
Team bias here.
Can you just confirm?
Yeah, it's all on you, mate. Okay, you're the one stalling it. Don't try to put this on me. This has been going long enough. Don't you dare try and act like you couldn't have sorted this fucking weeks ago, cunt.
So just to confirm, Boomer, you are going to get the videos back. You're going to reach out.
I'm not trying to moderate, yeah, but Sheeple, come on, mate.
You're going to reach out to the person, Boomer? You're going to reach out to the person
here's the thing.
and ask for the videos?
I can do that, but there's been no point because Cypher doesn't want to talk about it, and he hasn't.
No. Don't worry about
would I want
what's
to do
happened in the past. Can you reach out to the person who's got the videos? What's a time frame? 48 hours. You should be able to reach out to that person and get Cypher's videos back. Is that a fair enough time frame?
No, it's not, because I don't make promises I can't keep, and I don't know. I'll DM them and ask them if they would like to do it. They'll ask me why, to which I'll have to give them the conditions. And to do that, Cypher's got to negotiate, which he doesn't do.
Okay.
You don't negotiate this. This is not up for negotiation. You have 20 minutes to comply.
What's going to be the consequence if Boomer doesn't get the videos? Then what's going to be the consequence, Boomer? Because
Come on,
There's
Kev,
got to
give
be
him
a
the consequence.
consequence, right?
I think he should be fucking gone. He's a prick.
No, all you need to do is just tell
The
us where he lives.
kangaroo court.
Why are we talking about this instead of whoever Mippet's fucking that's not Booma?
We're talking about this because it's a lot more fun than gas pressure needing a container.
It is.
What I brought up was
Situation
even
Queen,
better.
Yeah, thanks, Curve. Wonderful dulcet tones and words of wisdom. We love them. Look, the bottom line of it is he's basically negotiations broke down. We had the videos in our possession in order to say, have them back and piss off and stop trolling us. That was always going to happen, but he wouldn't let it happen because he preferred to troll us and play the victim, as did Davros.
Just get the videos back. We don't need to listen to any more of your monologue, Boomer. We've heard the sides of the story. Just get the videos back. How long do you think it'll take you reasonably?
Just get
Give
them
me a
back.
time frame. Go.
Well, who are you to issue orders? 6 months.
The Queen?
Might not even be. Plus or minus 6 months.
Oh, okay. So you're a twin.
Boomer, stop being a
great.
prick. Listen, just listen to her. She's actually giving you a leg to stand on here, mate. Come on. She's probably your last leg to stand
Fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You're a lawyer. You're going to invoice me at the end of advice? Because I'm not
a lawyer. No, I live in England, so I would be a barrister.
And to zip it.
Well, Buddha, some of us are collectors.
Queen, I would love.
Some of us are collectors, and if you just have an issue delivering in one way, we can collect in other ways, right? Is that fair enough? You owe something,
I've got no idea what you're talking about. Please don't talk directly.
If you have something that's not yours,
None of us are collectors.
if you have something that's not yours, should you keep it? Do you have the right? Is that just? No, of course not.
I don't.
Of course not.
I don't think you should unless that person's given it to you.
Of course not. So,
but I don't have them.
There are people who collect. So, if you have something, where can we collect them from?
We're the collectors.
The people who collect.
Just tell us where we can collect them from. Goodness sakes, how can we collect them if you... I mean, we can find out. There are other ways, obviously, but obviously the best way is just to say, this is where I am, this is where they are. Here you go. Thank you very much.
Dude, you understand computers? It's on a hard drive. If he would negotiate, they'd just be downloaded back to him. And he reinstalls them. It's that simple.
Okay, so what time frame are we talking then, Boomer? You're going to reach out to the person who's got them on their hard drive.
You're not
when are you going to provide said video?
No time
when
frame.
Are you providing the video?
Wow. Let's
going to be pinned down, okay?
Shall we?
Because it's up to the rest of the crew.
Frame. If everyone wants to put into the chat what's a reasonable time frame.
You're not setting any rules on this. I've got to talk to the rest of the crew, and if they laugh, that's it. Bad luck. Because he's pushy on
the rest of the crew.
Whose intellectual property is it? Whose property is it?
Told you.
The idea for the whole thing was originally mine. I came up with the idea that we use the genetically enhanced modified squirrels, all of the bits and pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, get him done.
Yeah, we might have refined stuff together, but the entirety of the idea was originally mine.
No, it wasn't.
Boomer, is your
You got it off a video game. So it wasn't your idea. It's not original. And the thing is, we're totally different to you. We didn't use any of your shit ideas. We've all used our own. They're all of our own.
Who cares if it's original or not? Whose property is it, dickhead?
It's a game's property. They got it off a game.
Yeah. So Sony, I guess.
No, percentage, fix that mic before you dare try chiming in on this. Come on.
The YouTube channel's in my name, my legal name, with my email address as the main creator.
We're not going to be discussing that. Thank you.
Gas pressure without a container. Now, what basically happened before someone made an offer to say he wouldn't do any more, interrupted and derailed by the rest? Who was that? Was that Picker or OK Ripe and Warhead or someone? They actually made what sounded like a genuine offer, and then Sheeple had to jump in with his $5 worth. So what was that offer you made before earlier? Because that was actually civilized. No, he's gone. Okay, fair enough. That one's out.
No, I guess the only question left on the table, Boomer, really, right, so we can draw this to a close, is when will you give CYPHER's videos back?
I don't have them, so therefore I can't make that promise. And you don't seem to remember that, and you are trying to pin me down. And I just said you can't pin me down to a time because it's not my fucking decision. What part of that don't you get? So you're just going to cycle around in this, and the answer's going to be no every time. Reword it as many times you want. Make it vague. The bottom line is 8 of us discuss this because most of us don't want anything to do with him. I've made the Ollie Branch extension.
No one's telling you to have anything to do with him, Boomer. No one's telling you to be friends with him. Give his videos
How
back.
do you know?
It's pretty simple.
See, you're speculating on it. So your view is already viewed. You're not looking at this with a fair and open mind. Really, I don't give a shit what the consequences are.
Can I ask something? Why has Boomer's friend got CYPHER's videos? What's that about? How did CYPHER's videos end up with on Boomer's friend's hard
Boomer
drive?
stole them.
How do you steal videos?
No, I didn't.
He had permission.
Bullshit, Queen. Now I know you're... Okay, no,
it was a preemptive move. How did it happen then?
Why did you put your videos on Boomer's friend's hard drive, man?
I didn't do it.
For leverage.
No,
you guys are just arguing over shill content, your own bad shill content. I'd rather not see any of it ever again, if I'm honest. I'd rather it gets destroyed.
Yeah, well, I still put effort into those, Dawn. I put a lot of I'm looking for the email I got from YouTube where it said how many hours and whatnot we lost. Like it was something like 100,000 watch hours over all of the 94 videos.
Oh, someone stole a channel?
The question that was asked was, no. While they were downloading this, CYPHER went looping.
They went and deleted all the content on it, Dawn, and told us about it Christmas Eve.
Someone downloaded all your content and then deleted it all?
Yeah, preemptively and then deleted it all. Yep, off the channel. Yep.
No, they didn't.
And Boomer told me about it with a stock account, and Boomer knows who did it. It wasn't him. It was either him, Ardo, and Charisma of Ashanti. One of the 4 over on NASA Bunker 33, they originally called themselves. NASA Black Site 33, actually.
Forget about it. Forget about it. It's only 100 hours of chill content.
100,000, Dawn.
They were downloaded with Davros approval.
It was something like it had a
it
was thousands. It was thousands.
You're all in this cult of shilling together, so it's your fault. It's all your fault. You've done it to yourselves, guys.
I put a lot of effort into it, and I didn't have much else to do at the time.
Yeah, and then you shared it with liars and shills, and they ruined it for you. That's your lesson.
Hey, we looked at a whole heap of stuff. We did a lot of different stuff. It wasn't just Flat Earth. We were starting to do
on the channel. They were all
and then like they dumped it. Yeah, these guys dumped the entire it was me running one side of it and Boomer and Ardoin doing the Australian shows. We had a couple of shows that we'd do on a Sunday. We'd work on them through the week.
Not to be mixed up with our.
None of you are honourable, so you all ruined it for each other.
Well,
CYPHER's honourable, Dawn, because he just paid $1,000 to Chemo for a bet.
He hasn't paid.
He's not paid it yet. He doesn't have to pay it yet.
I intend to.
Think about it first. Think about it first. Give it to charity. That's a better thing to do, isn't it? Isn't it a better thing to give money to charity than to?
I'm just sorting out which is the best way.
Matter of fact, I'd be happy with that, and I'd show a receipt.
No. I'm just thinking. Shut up, Dark Star. Shut up.
We'll put £1,000 towards fixing some of God's fuck ups.
No. Look, you owe me $1,000. Look,
I wasn't agreed that.
Look, fair enough.
I'll do it in your name.
No, I'm thinking of a way, the best way to do the transaction. So, shall we use PayPal or should we use Cash App? What's the best way?
Whatever's most convenient for you.
Or you can just do bank transfer.
Decide on a charity, and then he can transfer it to the charity.
Or so you're gonna get to CYPHER. You understand? You're gonna have my details now, okay? And you're gonna have to keep that to yourself, okay? What?
Yep. He won't choose a charity. I won't threaten to send come up and visit my biker mates with your address in my hand.
Oh, you can bring them.
Boomer's got my home address. Yeah, Boomer's got my home address and threatened to visit his biker mates in Queensland at Christmas time.
Bring them. We're well connected.
Just remember that, Boomer. I'm coming up to Queensland. I've got the screenshot on it.
But
look, you want me to show that, Boomer? Because I've got it.
It's okay, CYPHER. No,
show it where it says address.
No, he knows no biker mates in Queensland. It's
no, I know,
bikers
but it didn't stop him making the threat. That's what I mean. This man has no honour at all.
Right, let's figure out how to catch
I've got another question. How has your old videos got tied up in Chemo's bet?
Oh no, that's something different. That is.
Oh no, that's a separate thing. No, it's just got.
Oh right.
Well, no, okay. Well, earlier I was refusing to pay Chemo, but after that little meltdown I had earlier, I had to think about it. And you're like, you know what? I'll show to the room just what I sort of
honourable.
Everyone what integrity is. Show everyone what fucking integrity.
Yeah, I decided that I'd do that because that's just the kind of guy I am. I made a bet and I lost it, so I'm going to honour that.
You're under emotional stress and you're making a big decision. That's the
wrong
time to do that.
I've got the money. Don't worry. Trust me, I've got the money.
If it's true, if you're making the right decision, it'll feel as right tomorrow as it does now. So just wait a day.
No. Let's get. I've got the cash.
There's no rush.
I'll sleep on it, but I'll still feel the same way in the morning.
Sleep on it. We're doing it now.
Did you feel reason not to wait?
Don't worry, Chemo.
What are you talking about sleep? Let's get it done now. Cash app right now. Let's get it sorted. You're talking about sleep on it. Honour your debt. Honour your payment. Be an honourable man, like you said you are. What are you talking about? Let's get it done.
Can I move a couple of things around, but it'll get done.
You pay it now.
I want it now.
I have to move some stuff around first.
Chemo, he's made 2 promises now. He said he promised that he'll
like spending cash just in an account I can draw out of. I have to move it first and let it clear.
Okay, so how long will that takes about 3 or 4 days. We're on Tuesday now.
Yep.
So
next week you should have your money. Yeah.
CYPHER,
no, it should be by Friday.
By Friday, yeah.
Think about how much good that money could do for charity. Chemo's just going to spend it on coke.
It's by Friday.
Well, how about what I could even do?
No, I'm not in Scotland, Darkstar, where they're all taking drugs like that in the north. Okay, that's what he thinks about up there. Down here in England, we're very proper. It's not like what he is in Scotland.
You better not go buying drugs with that money, Chemo.
Yeah, we're not in Scotland, Darkstar. That only happens up where you are. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't happen around me. I know what you do.
Right, people get stabbed in Scotland just for walking down the streets. Okay, so we're not up there.
Finally, after you pay, off your bet to Chemo, he might be able to finally pay his like 10,000 worth of bets.
Anyway, don't get distracted.
You can pay Rizla back now, can't you, Chemo?
Don't get distracted.
You're gonna pay Rizla.
What do we need? So look, listen up. I'm gonna send you my email within the day or so.
Okay, CYPHER, what you should do is give him 100, right? And if Chemo gives that 100 to Rizla, then he can get the rest of it.
Yeah, don't listen to these guys. They're just trying to sway you and
control
that's
their condition.
You're doing the right thing.
How about that, Chemo? Well, no. Like I said, I lost the bet, so I have to pay him.
Yeah,
that's just how it is.
You don't have to pay him. Nobody ever pays back on the internet. People always make silly bets and they don't pay them.
Thank you very much, Darkstar. But right now, we're talking about what were we talking about? Davros.
Yeah, this goes a bit further than that.
You paying
your bet. Boonan is very bad. Bad Boonan. So where are these videos? When are you going to get these videos back to CYPHER? He wants them back immediately. Right now, yes? Not tomorrow, not later.
The videos aren't even if I get the videos back, I'm going to have to. I've lost all of the interactions and everything that go along with it. And I don't think people are going to rewatch the live streams that we did. So, and that being said, these guys clearly don't want anything to do with me. So there's no real point in my, associating with them that way. But what he did delete was some videos that I'd taken of sunrises and whatnot here and other bits and pieces that we'd streamed. Some of the time, I was streaming from in here sometimes. They deleted all of those as well, which technically belonged to Gem. I asked his permission to stream them, and then they went and deleted them.
He hasn't deleted them. He's got them. He's got them, he said. He's going to give them back.
No, but like I said, getting those back might work, but that's from the past as well. I could just do new ones. That would probably get some views, but the way YouTube treated it, we've decided not to even use. The last video that we put up was the last one that we were going to do from that channel and leave it there. We were just going to let it sit and rot. We were going to start moving over to Odyssey to look at Star Wars and crap like that, video games, pop culture.
You should be recording this whole interaction for the last 2-3 hours.
It has been.
I can go back and get it.
Comedy gold, mate. This has been comedy gold. this is what you should be recording.
I'm sure it's probably recorded. Yeah, someone's recording it for sure. Not just Jem, but other people. I'm certain of it.
For sure, for sure.
The Pinkertons. Bring back the role of the Pinkertons. That's what I say. Anyone want any shout outs while we're here? I think his Boomer left, has he?
Give me a shout out.
No, I'm still here. I just get shouted over. Bunker 33. No, I'm doing shout outs. All I'm going to say is we made
If you want the most cringe-worthy viewing, go to Bunker 33, which is shit.
Thank you. Love you too. So your view is fair and impartial, isn't it, Your Honour? Fucking wankers. Go
I've just
CYPHER.
watched it, and it's cringy, and it wasn't even worth
So
calling,
there's
to be honest.
video back. I'll go and ask the person, but I'm not going to, obviously, because he just said he doesn't want to. Go and ask the person.
Well,
if they've still
whatever.
got
You
them.
do you. You do you. As Rakia would
Wasn't
say.
talking.
Rakia life
Hey,
would
it
say
wasn't
that.
about you. I wasn't talking to you, Queen. I wasn't talking to you, Queen. You were the one
I'm
trying to
talking
organise.
you.
So I've asked
It's
you
an
want them
open
back.
server, isn't it? It's an open server.
Oh, gee. Oh, yes, Your Majesty.
Shout
So
out
do you
to
want them back?
Gary
People
in the
disrespectful
chat.
to women, and then you're being disrespectful to her. Boom,
Shout
you're-
out
you're-
to Nick in the chat. We've got Dawn. Dawn's come along. Hi, Dawn. How you going?
All right.
Aaron. Aaron's always a good sport in the chat. Captain Bullshit, always in the chat. Merle, shout out to Merle in the chat. Where's Sheeples? Did we lose Sheeples and Jazza?
Jazz is off harassing Bambi, I think.
Yeah, Jazza's got to get over being banned in 24/7. No one cares, Jazza. It's a server. Get over it.
It's alright, Jazz, mate. I'll get you in band, alright, mate.
Does
So
anyone
say
else want to
Queen of
make
the
any
Trolls,
bets
one-handed.
against me
One-handed.
of any kind to do with the shape of the earth, things like this?
Will you pay?
Yeah.
Will you pay Rizla
Oh,
his
I might.
£100 chemo?
I need to make some money. I do. Yeah, I need to
Because-
make some money, Chemo, so we could maybe make some bets.
Oh, there we go. Dawn and chemo have a bet. There we go.
What? You want
What are you going to bet
I
on?
have to get my wit level up so that I don't ever lose.
Hey, Don. How you doing?
Alright, who's that? You sound old and nerdy.
It's Gary.
Dawn, that's not very nice.
Oh, hi.
Gary.
Who's that? You sound old and nerdy too.
What's all
Dawn,
the
don't
nerdy shit
start.
got to do with it?
What sort of things, Chemo, do you want to bet on? How sure are you about gas pressure not existing on Earth?
Gas pressure? Yeah, absolutely. You want to bet on that, do you?
I don't know. I'm
You're
just
not going to
wondering.
pay this door. You're not serious.
I'll feel you out first
You're
because
not
surely I
serious.
can
You're not
just
serious.
measure some pressure. Can't I just measure some pressure and win?
No,
There'll
you've
be
got
no
to.
feeling, Dawn.
No, you're not serious,
Against
Door.
the
You don't even
rules.
understand the dynamics of the question because you need gravity for atmospheric pressure, right?
No, not necessarily. I'm just talking about the atmospheric pressure.
Exactly. You need a force for the pressure.
Oh, so you'd only bet if I include the force part. You wouldn't bet on just pressure existing.
No, we know pressure. You got water pressure. You got pressure in a container. I'm talking about
In the air, I'm saying there's more pressure up a mountain than there is on the street.
more pressure
Would
down here
you-
than up above. You see? Yeah?
Yeah, he was a cynical undertone in his voice, knowing that he already has the answer, and he's trying to get you to give him the answer, but you won't. You're evading it like you usually do. You double down on your bullshit, then you go back again, and then it's like
I'm arguing
And
lower
I don't
pressure
think you're
up a
going to
mountain.
pay. You're not going to. How much?
Lower pressure up a mountain.
Hold on. What? How much are you thinking of betting?
Pressure, you know.
I don't know.
We're at the big table now, Dawn. The big table.
I think I'd start with 100 quid.
Really?
You'd have to bet me 100 quid that pressure doesn't exist on Earth and we can't measure any pressure. And then I would measure pressure and win the bet.
No, because it's your claim that there is pressure.
Yeah, but to prove it, all I have to do is measure some.
Well, don't be using the scientific method though, because we know if it's not the.
It will just be an
method,
observation of a tool that measures pressure, measuring pressure.
Oh, an observation's not science, though, Dawn.
Is that a barometer, Dawn?
Yeah.
You know how we feel. You know how you detect pressure if I were to squeeze your head. Yeah.
What? Yeah, I guess.
There'll be no squeezing heads, Chemo.
No, listen to what I'm saying.
Please
so
stop
what I'm saying is not.
squeezing.
I can squeeze your hand, your shoulder. I'm just saying if I squeeze something on your body, I didn't want to say that because they're going to be rude. But I'll just make.
Grab your cheek and do a pudding cheek.
But the point is that you can detect pressure. So that's the kind of pressure I'm talking about. If you go into water, you feel pressure. You detect pressure. And you're saying outside here, there's the same kind of pressure, forces going on. So. Yeah,
I've got a bet.
You have some very weird beliefs about pressure. That's why I thought I'd bring it up.
Chemo, you only go boxing.
It's not about me.
Somehow you took it away from my barometer bet to squeezing someone's head.
Barometers require gravity, require a force.
Okay.
Chemo, I reckon we should set up like a proper boxing tournament between like all the Globers and that, mate.
But
well, we've got Brummy. Brummy's a fighter.
Mate, Brummy's yeah, cool.
But that doesn't really make sense. Like, if a barometer requires gravity, how does that make sense?
Exactly, Mal.
I don't think it does require gravity. That's
well,
what
where does the force come from? Then? All right, fine. Where does the pressure come from in the atmosphere?
Well, this isn't my bet where it came from. It's just the fact there is some.
Okay, but where does it come from?
Oh, don't make a bet, Dawn. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I wouldn't do it. I don't want to take Dawn's money either. He's not thinking straight.
No, I'm thinking I can overwit Chemo and get him to pay me some of your money, Cypher.
Some of the money that I'm paying him. Get your cut.
I know you're having fun.
Anyway.
It can't be demonstrated, Dawn. No one can demonstrate.
Pressure can be demonstrated. Atmospheric pressure can be demonstrated.
How?
You just need a barometer.
Okay. Where does the pressure come from?
That's not part of the bet. We can talk about that. I don't mind talking about it. I think it comes from gravity.
You can't just build a device and say, look, my device is saying something. Why is it not temperature?
Oh, well, I could explain how barometers work to you, and then we can come to an agreement that they are measuring pressure first before we do the bet.
I'm listening.
I'd have to look into how they measure pressure first. I don't know about it. Okay. I'm just sure that they do. That's why I'm willing to bet.
Mm-hmm.
What's the bet, mate? What's the bet?
So
that pressure exists around Earth, and we can.
I don't know if Crack's aware of this, but Crack, you know, like flat earthers say, you need a container for gas pressure. Yeah. Gas pressure without the container. What I did, I kind of separated myself from that argument and asked strictly, where does the pressure come from? So, if you're going to say container, then people would ask, well, where's the container? And then you would just say, well, it's necessary antecedent. So again, it's kind of like a circle thing, right? Because you would say it's necessary, where's the container? Well, it's necessary, where's the container? So what I'm saying is that, well, we've got to be able to show and demonstrate where the pressure comes from in this atmospheric environment we're in, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if you're on the flat Earth side or the globe Earth side. The question remains the same. Where does the pressure come from?
Are you already admitting there is pressure, but we have a big question mark over where it comes from?
No, you need a container for pressure or a force.
Yeah. So are you admitting that you think there is either a container or a force?
No, I'm saying there's no pressure.
You're saying there's no pressure?
No atmospheric pressure.
Well, that's what I'm asking to bet you on. I'm saying there is some.
But your atmospheric pressure requires gravity, not a...
No, I'm not. We're not talking about what it requires. It's just if it exists.
All right. Well, how are you going to demonstrate it?
The barometer that measures pressure,
which requires gravity, measuring a force.
Does it?
Yeah.
How does barometer require gravity?
Because gravity is pulling down the atmosphere, giving you your pressure.
No, that's nonsense. That doesn't mean the barometer requires gravity.
So is that saying that?
You're saying that it doesn't. Wait, so you're saying that it doesn't require gravity.
You're saying it can't work on a flat Earth with a container. We can't use barometers.
No, you're then saying that actually it's a container.
You can't use
that gives us the pressure. If you don't need gravity. the container that gives the pressure, right?
Barometers measure pressure inside containers or on planets. They work.
No, you can't measure from within the container, Dawn, with the barometer.
Why not?
Because the pressure's, where does the pressure come from?
If we're betting about pressure existing, it doesn't matter where it comes from.
I'm not arguing about pressure existing. Of course, I've just said there's water pressure. There's different types of pressure.
Air pressure.
Atmospheric pressure, which is what? Is from gravity.
We don't know what it's from. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying, do you agree with me? There is such a thing.
No, you can't prove gravity, therefore you can't prove pressure.
Oh, I'm talking about
atmospheric pressure. I agree. I'm saying in my mind, you'd have... because you can't show the force, you cannot show the pressure.
I can show the pressure with a simple barometer.
But that is... Well, where does the force come from then?
We can talk about that after I prove atmospheric pressure exists.
How do you know it's not... Okay, fine. How do you know it's not temperature?
Temperature?
Yeah, how do you know it's not...
Barometers don't measure temperature.
How do you know?
How do you know it's not temperature?
Because that's a thermometer. Different tool entirely.
No. It measures pressure, but how do you not know the cause of the pressure is to do with temperature?
I trust that barometers measure pressure.
That's not a bet then.
That's all I'm measuring for.
That's not. You wouldn't take a bet on that then. With what I feel, yeah.
Why does a barometer exist then?
Why do you exist?
That's not the question.
Well, no, that's philosophical.
Because it's a machine.
It's not. Because why would an instrument? Why would an instrument exist that has no use or function?
It doesn't require liquid because it has a little box in it called an aneroid cell, and it's a little capsule made of an alloy of beryllium and copper. Yeah, and
so let's
the
get back on
air
point,
puts it down on that little beryllium strip and tells you the air pressure.
Tao, can you help Dawn and explain where the pressure comes from?
Yeah, Tao.
Pressure comes out of the atmosphere.
Okay, but where does the acceleration, where does it come from? So when the molecule...
Why would it want to be accelerating?
Because when it hits Dawn's barometer, it's accelerating from somewhere else. Where did that acceleration come from?
Chemo. With a barometer, gases have to have an inward vector.
Sorry?
Gases for a barometer to read air pressure have to have an inward vector.
Have to have a direction?
They have to have an inward vector.
Yeah, so they'd be heading towards the barometer. But from where?
Yeah.
Where does the acceleration come from? What caused it to move towards
me? I know why that is. I'm not, you know.
No, I'm saying to Tao and to Dawn, where does that acceleration come from? What made it hit the barometer in the first place? What caused that?
Static pressure doesn't hit things.
I believe gravity did.
Gravity. Okay, it's fine. Again, that's your answer. So now can you manipulate that variable to show different rates of acceleration?
No, I'm not interested in that.
You
That's
see?
a bit about
Can I ask a question?
I was just interested in seeing if you would put some of your money up that pressure doesn't exist on Earth.
Yeah.
But you don't want to, which is very wise.
Alright, dude, listen. How are you getting an inward vector from this when you have a atmosphere that is all the way around the Earth, right? Almost like another spherical ball around the actual Earth itself, right? So, if you have an inward vector, where is it that this change in direction is occurring? At what point in the atmosphere?
Come in, Blue. Come in.
No?
Well, there's lots of different ideas about what's causing it and containing it. Like Dell thinks it's a downward column of air potentially as well.
I don't care what.
That's what Flat Earth Society says that as well.
Yeah, but they're a bunch of nobodies, aren't they? Really, let's face it. No, I'm asking at what point does the vector of the gases change that are expanded rapidly and outwardly, right? At what point in the atmosphere? At what altitude? Whatever, you know, wherever you want to say it, however you want to say it. What point are they changing their vector to come back in on themselves in order to have an inward vector? Crickets. All right. Simple
question. Well, you're not really laying it out clearly.
Why am I not?
Well, what's your independent variable?
Are you fucking serious?
No.
Are you trying to spout pseudoscience by misappropriating the scientific method at a point where it's not needed?
No, I'm just trying to see where your head's at, and you're not explaining it very well.
My head is not at where your head is at.
Well, where's my head at?
Not where mine is.
Okay.
Like I just said. It's literally... Wow.
So you can tell where my head's at?
No, I can tell where it's not at.
Can you tell where it is at?
I didn't say that. Nope.
No. So inward vector.
A barometer reading.
Right.
When did the gases change in order that they were able to enact pressure on a barometer?
Well, they didn't change. No forces change. It should just be measuring whatever's there.
Do gases have an inherent inward vector?
No, but if you bring a temperature out into the wherever, a room outside, it's going to measure it, right? Barometer does the same thing, does it not?
No, it's not the same thing.
So,
as you guys just said a minute ago.
So what's the difference?
I don't think these guys understand that you can have gas that's not pressurized, that's not under pressure.
I know.
I think they think all gases are pressurized or in pressure.
It's a bit weird.
What? So you can't weigh air, you can't weigh helium, you can't.
The reason why you can't weigh, because it's not applying pressure, Mel, the gases. You need a container to get that pressure, to hit the walls of the container, to get whatever you say is weight.
Or a force.
Or a force, yeah. Outside, there's no where's the pressure coming from? Not hitting a wall or a container, so where can it come from? You say gravity.
It might be hitting a wall, or it might be a force coming down.
You say gravity. Again, I can work with that. If you want to demonstrate that we have mass attracting mass.
That's what my question was to do with. If you're saying it's gravity on a spherical ball in the atmosphere, then at what point are the gases changing their directionality in order to create said inward vector? Because gases do not have an inherent inward vector.
The force is just strong enough to give the gas some weight, and eventually further out it's not.
Okay. Now I see what you're saying. So just for clarity, are you saying that gases will look to find their equilibrium? There is no inward vector, so there is no downward force pulling them towards the Earth at all. If anything, they're going to elevate. No?
No, I'm saying there's no inward vector in order to create a pressure reading on a barometer.
So a barometer is a useless tool.
Hey, do you want to bet me on barometers?
No, it's not a useless tool. It works. I'm asking you how it fucking works with a force like gravity. And at what point do gases that we see clearly expanding rapidly in all directions, right? We can clearly test this. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with me on that. At what point and what altitude do they change in order to have an inward vector?
Well, they're just heavy from above, so the barometer balances the mercury against the weight
from
of
above. So the force is pushed down on them, right? From above, not a pull.
No, that's not what I think. But you can think of it like that. It's space-time manipulating. It's a push and a pull, if you want.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they're attracted to Earth, which gives them weight because of gravity and space-time. That's the theory. And then the barometer balances the mercury against that and gives you a reading.
How do you know it's not relative density?
I don't know, but I'm just pretty sure it's not. Because relative density doesn't have a direction like gravity.
But the mercury is more dense than the medium it's in, no?
Yeah, density is involved with how the reading works.
But again, you're not providing that there was pressure. How are you going to satisfy the question that there was pressure in the atmosphere?
Well, if you don't believe what a barometer is or does, then no, I can't use it.
It's about science, Dawn. You got to show that you're controlling the pressure, and it's only pressure, not temperature, not electricity, not anything else, but pressure.
So if I could prove that barometers are only affected by pressure, would that be a bet?
Absolutely, yeah. Show that.
I'm not sure I want to take that.
That's the point.
Dude, if you could just show me at what point.
Nobody can show where the pressure comes from on either side, on any side, because they're used to saying you cannot have gas pressure without a container, thinking that the atmosphere is pressurized.
It's a bit of a paradox unless you want to go all the way into evidence for gravity.
Well, this is why I'm changing the question up, right, Chemo, to say, at what point are the gases changing in their vector to have an inward pressure on a barometer, right? Because we know that that actually exists and occurs on the Earth, right, guys? So, therefore, if gravity is the force, right, that is creating this, allowing this effect to happen, then essentially, what you guys will be able to assert is that at what point is this happening? Because it's not at the upper layer of the atmosphere, is it? Because we've got lower pressure. We've got a gas pressure gradient, right? So it's clearly not happening up there.
Well, where does the pressure come from, Quack? The gas pressure gradient?
Listen, well, this is what I'm trying to get to, mate. All right? I'm trying to find out at what point. So let's say we pressurize a container in and of itself, right? We know the pressure is the pressing against the walls of said container, right?
Yeah.
In our little, So if
in our world,
in the middle.
Hold on, I'll just clear up.
I'm not talking about the world. I'm talking about an example, and I'm going to take it over across.
No, just so they know what you're saying. You're saying the pressure comes from the container.
Yeah, pressing over against the walls of the container.
This atmosphere, this gas, what we breathe.
Well, let me just finish. So we've got a container. The gas is pressed off the wall of a container. I'm only dealing with a positive claim right now. Okay.
Yeah. That's okay. Fine.
Gravity is able to create gas pressure. Okay. So what I'm dealing with. So I'm saying, if we have a container, the gas is pressed off the walls of said container. They then are able to create an inward vector upon themselves as they double back on themselves as they go back and fill the available space as they become pressurized. Now we have an inward vector of gas, which is basically the opposite to what it would naturally do if unpressurized. So now we're able to read a pressure rating with a barometer anywhere in the middle of the air, right? Or anywhere in the middle of the said container. Okay. So I'm asking them, at what point does gravity in their model, in their atmosphere, allow for this interaction to happen where gases not only create pressure, but also double back on themselves in order to create an inward vector? And if they can't demonstrate it, they cannot assert gravity even as a supposed cause, especially when it's a cause that in and of itself it doesn't have any scientific experimentation to prove that it even fucking exists. So I would like to know at what point does this happen, because it's not at the top layer of the atmosphere, because we have a lower pressure there, as readable by barometers in and of themselves, right? So when is that vector changing in order for us to have higher pressure down here and a gradient up there? At what point are these gas pressures occurring? At what point are these inward vectors being created? Where from? Why are we not reading these differential changes in vector? I'm not seeing them in any way. Crickets.
Because the Earth's moving 9.8 seconds.
9.8 meters per second squared, or are you saying per second per second? You don't have to say squared bit, mate.
In a relative upward motion.
Relative to what?
Well, that's how you get down, because the Earth's moving up and no one can feel it.
So relative to up to down. Right.
Yep. It's the opposite. They say we're in orbit around the sun in free fall. But really, we're just on a platform moving up quite slowly, constantly.
No.
The whole thing. It's a spaceship.
That's actually the globe model, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it does explain down if it's a spaceship Earth.
What are you talking about down for, mate? What are you?
It's all about down. It's all. Why do things fall down? Why don't they change direction? That's the, no, not you.
No,
you're not saying that, but they do.
Ask me properly, yeah. So,
you know what I'm saying? The globe argument of the whole proponent of everyone who takes part in that conversation or discussion or debate says, why is there a down?
The same means as the Flat Earth Society. Yeah, you're right. In their model.
Yeah. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I'm just saying it is a theory.
Right, I just don't understand. There's too many Aussies in here that are Globers, mate, for you to come in and say something like that, and for me to understand who the fuck is speaking. So have you just all gone quiet, have you? All right.
You're good.
Sweet.
You're good.
Why don't Curve take it up? You know what I mean? Curve, why don't you have a pop, mate? You're smart. Nah, all right.
It's because whenever you engage that level of logic and critical thinking and discernment, it scares people. That's what I've seen.
And they call me stupid over here. Basically, just won't talk to me over here. It's fucking really boring. They like arguing with wits here. I don't get it.
Yeah. It's a spectacle. That's why.
Yep. I won't give them that, mate.
It's just a little bit early though, Quack. A lot of the Americanos haven't arrived yet. So if that question would have been answered by several Globers in a couple of hours.
Curved is American, I'm sure. He won't reply though.
Curved has been how can I say? Been through, the arguments. I don't say tired. He's fatigued. Stressful.
Yeah.
But he will get involved every now and again. But I think again it's just a little bit. He's probably getting up, waking up, listening in. If anything's worth responding to, definitely have a go at it. But they've been we attack them daily. Like when you guys are over there, we're over here. They're attacked daily, every minute of every day.
I don't know how you do it, mate.
Well, it's a mixture of.
It makes me feel sick, mate. I'm not gonna lie. My spirit starts to fade away inside of my chest.
I know. I try to tell them often how they are viewed from outside of here. Like it's a waste of time. Why do you bother? You guys are useless. You guys are a waste. But how I see it is. We were like them. Once upon a time, we believed what they...
I actually wasn't, though. Nope.
Well, when I say we, I think about me when I first heard about the shape of the Earth not being a globe. I was horrified, and for those few moments, I was like, it can't be. I was like, the sun is round, the moon... I just used the old narrative. And then, obviously looking into it, realised there's no science on their half, and then... But for them, they're still stuck in that stage. Them in that still shock.
Well, listen, look at them. They're all friends and that, right? What it is most of them are actually FE, but they've got that one thing in their mind, right? Which is this: they give it up. They give up this like sort of paradigm of the server a little bit, their position in the. They've been so nasty to FE people that if any of them were to even try and switch paradigms for 2 minutes to look at it in a different light, genuinely would probably collapse under the social pressure.
Yeah.
Toward an effect that would probably be deadly. All right, so like imagine.
Do you actually think that most of us are actually flat earthers?
No, I believe.
But we just have a hard time expressing it.
No, listen, no, I don't believe any of you are flat earthers. I believe you are not able to objectively look at said information. I believe that if you were able to take away the social pressures that you have basically placed yourself in by design, that essentially you would probably look at this a bit differently, and you'd at least be fully skeptical of the globe. Maybe not flat earthers.
But most of us are anonymous in here, so there's no real, there's no pressure for us to conform because there's no one who's going to hold us accountable for our decisions on the internet.
So you still have roles, you still have tags, you still have your name.
If you went to a flat earther, that all your friends would think you're mental.
What friends? They're just the people I know on the internet aren't like close friends of mine. You know what I mean?
The shill content Glober cult that you're in, all of those people will think you've gone crazy.
There's people in
here. Well, they'd probably be right to think that.
Oh, there you go. That's his point.
You really think Kosho would not feel any sort of different?
That was the first thing I did, man. Whenever I first was here, whenever I met Don and even Darkstar and even Wise, I was in 24/7, and even Rick. Yeah. I was chilling over there, and people thought I was a flat earther. I was just chilling. That was no different than a flat earther. I wasn't arguing against a flat earth.
It's a bit different.
You are a flat earther, Kosho.
Well, come on. Kosho's probably the only true Glober in here, but
I'm not Glober. I'm a baller.
He's half a flat earther. Jeremy, his other personality, remember?
No, Kosho's the only one who knows the bloody model. Oh, you know.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, I would.
Well,
I'm pretty stupid.
I mean, I looked something up, and we all make mistakes, but fuck you, Kosho.
CYPHER.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of truth in what you're saying there, Crack. I mean, again, this is why my view is, you guys are dead, like, super serious. Everyone's super serious with this and aggressive. And, you know, once you're comfortable in the knowledge that you know you're not on the ball, then you don't have to be aggressive. You just have to walk these guys through their errors, their mistakes, and it really is they're going through trauma. I mean, we're taking away something that they love, they think is going to happen, you know, things that are going to happen in the future, their present, their past. We're taking all that away from them. And that is a lot.
I'm not taking it, though.
Well, I do every day. When a new Glober comes in here and he tries to present science, like we had a guy in here, BioDual, new ball earther, for example, came in with his ego. Oh, I'm the big globe earther. I can prove gravity. I said, okay. We went through the Cavendish thing. It wasn't a bet. I should have betted him actually, like with CYPHER. We didn't make the bet. But basically, he was like, "Oh, I can show mass attracting mass."
Damn, I wish I'd never made that bet.
I should have made the bet with Bio as well. Actually, he was like, "Well, I can show mass attracting mass in a vacuum." So he started showing papers, citations. Says, "Look, there's no observation." He says, "Oh, okay. I'll go to a college, university. I'll get a scientist to show. I'll record it." Yeah. So this was last year, well, December, but last year. So January, February, where's this experiment? Oh, can't get into a college, can't get to a university. He says, I'm going to buy it off the internet. I'm going to buy a vacuum when I get to Cavendish. He hasn't been back since. So, you know, this is what it's about. These guys will either have to force themselves to go and do the research if they're so egotistical, or they'll be like the guys here and remain in this delusion, and then we've just got to help them through it.
Dude, he comes back all the time.
So, for example, you know, Blue, he says, I've done Cavendish, but if we're to follow... I know, like, most flat earthers don't like man-made devices, but I'll go through that with them. I'll say, okay, fine. What are the variables? Of course. Yeah, I'll say, what are the variables?
We don't mind going through it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, you got a Cavendish. Okay, but what's causing it to move? Is it electricity? They're like, no, we've cancelled that out. Is it magnetism? No, we cancelled that out. So is it the atmosphere? Could that cause it? The draft? You know, they're like... Well, we put it in a vacuum. So we're like, where is it? And we haven't seen it yet. Anywhere, nowhere. No one's shown Cavendish in a vacuum. Because my hypothesis would be that the cause is the atmosphere. Therefore, if you manipulate the cause, which is the atmosphere, remove that, put it in a vacuum, you'll get no motion, no movement. And we're yet to see...
What about the initial inertia?
Eh?
What about the initial inertia that's introduced to the pendulum?
Well, they haven't done it. They've nothing to talk about. They have never shown the observation of mass attracting mass in a vacuum where we can speculate the cause. What caused this? We can see objects moving, but like, what's going on? Why is that happening? But we can't even see it. Do it.
Kimo!
Global abortion, all applauding, choose big heads, small enormous.
Yeah, unfortunately,
On cradle
Don't
to
they have
grave.
mass attracting mass up and down though as well? Don't they have mass attracting mass with the masses actually trying to attract downward to the floor?
Sure.
Yeah, but I don't make life as difficult for that. I don't make life as difficult for them, Crack. I'm saying, okay, fine. You've got this phenomenon of mass attracting mass. Let's see it. The Blue's like, look, I've got this Cavendish experiment in the atmosphere, which is the cause, and he won't remove the cause to show that the objects still move. And like I say, BioDual, he's gone out to the colleges, universities, he said he can't get there, he's going to buy one, he's literally going to pay money to get his own vacuum and put objects in there to show mass attracting mass, and he hasn't returned.
You're going to have to build a very small version of the Cavendish, depending on how big of a vacuum you can get, but...
but hold on, let me just ask one question to Crack. So, if you saw in a large vacuum chamber, let's just say it was a large one, and then two objects moving towards each other, what would you say is causing it? Let's put away the man caused it. Let's say let's work with them a little bit. What is the cause of that?
The cause of it?
Yeah, so we know it's not magnetism, we know it's not electricity.
The cause isn't going to be. How do we know it's not electricity or form of?
Because they're going to rule it out. We're going to ground it. All that kind of stuff.
How are you going to completely exclude inherent electrostatic? The Earth has a electromagnetic field that is continually.
Whoa! Again, you're going to say the Earth has something. Can you show us that there is what you say there is? That's what the board is.
Electromagnetic from atoms.
It sounds like the electromagnetic field of the Earth. Yes.
It sounds like if it's constantly there, we should be able to just ignore it.
Don't follow. What do you mean?
Well, because if it's constantly there, it's there at the start of the experiment, the end of the experiment, the middle of the experiment.
No, because then it could be the cause of the effect that you see. So it could be the cause of the effect that you see, though. Then could it not, Jem?
Well, then that would happen before you'd even sort of set the experiment up, or while you're in the
how is it going to move something that hasn't been set up to move?
Because it's already.
No, mate. You've come in late.
Because according to you, it's already there doing it.
Well, step one.
How would it make any difference? And what about when you change the weights so that
doing what to what?
Hang on. What about when you change where the weights are? So
no, you're not going to ask me two questions.
You're not listening. I'm not.
I am listening. Actually, I am fucking listening. You're not. You asked me.
You're not. You're interrupting. Aren't you?
Why am you asking?
You can't listen while you're interrupting. So what about when you change where the weights are?
I'm not going to answer it, mate. Nope, not answering it.
Okay, no problem. So, Chemo, what about when you change where the weights are in the experiment, and it now swings in the other direction? According to Crack, this complete change, having something swing in the completely opposite direction, is the result of a constant force that is always there.
No.
Lie.
Well, go on.
Never said that. Don't straw man.
How would you explain that? How would you explain that change in when you change where the weights are and the direction changes?
We know the cause.
Seems like that's a result of the position of the weights and not of an electromagnetic.
You can
at the end. No, can we clear this up, because he's trying to straw man me into saying that the electromagnetic field of the Earth is what causes said weights to move. I haven't yet to see the weights even move. I said simply that it could be that we said how are we going to exclude it. So what could be? He asked me what could be the cause of the movement of the weights, right? If we exclude for the atmosphere by putting it in a vacuum. He said so, and we went down for a list, and we was going to go through every single one. Okay, right? And he first said electric, and I said, well, what about electromagnetism? And he said, right, we can ground it for that. And I said, well, maybe we have the electromagnetic field of the Earth. Maybe that could be an interaction. Then we're just going to keep going.
Hold on,
experiment and maybe try and figure out the variables.
No problem. Well, my suggestion for eliminating that as a cause then is the experiment itself, where you move where the weights are, and then the doodah swings in the other direction.
Yeah, but I'm not having you asserting I'm saying the cause of something is this when I've not even seen the effect yet.
You weren't saying it was, but you were suggesting it might be, and we were dealing with that suggestion.
No, I'm not suggesting.
But Jem, if there's an innate electromagnetism and then you switch the weight to a bigger weight, it might have more of an innate electromagnetism. So it really doesn't explain it.
you'd have to be able to calculate for the actual acceleration of the two masses toward one another based on their actual mass, right? Okay, and then those masses would have an accelerational rate based on mass attracting mass that would be calculable and would always be the same. Always be the same based on the relative mass sizes as you went through. Yet to see a 12 different differential sets of mass in a cycle on a video.
You're yet to
or
see
even
that?
shown
Oh,
to
that's
me. Yes, I am
surprising.
yet to see it, buddy. I
Yeah.
am not. I
So
haven't
let me
seen
just
it.
get this
Sorry.
straight. You're yet to see. Nobody has produced the set of videos that you have literally just dreamed up off the top of your head right now. Nobody's produced.
Why
that.
would no one film themselves?
And we
doing
can
this shit?
and we can draw a conclusion from the fact that no one has produced that.
No.
Interesting.
We can draw a conclusion that mass attracting mass has been also superseded, right? Not only that, we could also say there's no other way of experimenting on gravity because we cannot manipulate gravity. Okay, so this isn't even an experiment, Gem, right? Okay, and I'm not dreaming up videotapes that don't
wrong,
exist
but go ahead.
because that would be oxymoronic.
There are many things which we don't directly manipulate. That does not make it less of an experiment. It's still an experiment.
And yes, we can manipulate gravity.
Well done, Tal. You tell him.
I mean, this did originally start with how we see globe earthers and why the discussion is not happening. And I was saying, well, I don't feel the need to give up in terms of discussing it with them because of their mindset and how they've been.
I won't give up. Listen, what it is that I'm not having them straw man me though into positions I'm not even saying. You know what I mean? I can't bother with that, mate.
But hear the sly comment.
can't give up.
Hear the sly comment from Moyoc though. Like when Elon Musk smokes a spliff on Joe Rogan, like no one says anything about that. You know, like it's like the fucking
I
the
think
big
they did, mate.
scientists
His share
smoke some weed.
price collapsed when he did that. So I think people pretty much did make a comment on it.
Yeah, to be fair, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Who's smoking a spliff anyway? You got one? Chemo?
But Chemo, I would contend that you can't give up.
Oh no, and never. No, I was just saying that very point is that
willpower.
Because like Quack was saying, you could probably feel a little bit different now. But I'm just saying it's like, why bother with guys like you? You know, you guys are waste.
I don't think that though.
No, I'm saying the feeling was like that is why bother with you guys because it's like a waste of time. And you know, again, I think how I've always seen it is we're never going to convince Gem curved directly that the Earth is flat. So all we can do is just raise awareness and expose the globe lie. That's it, really.
Yeah.
And
keep having these interactions in which you at times at least get to feel like you're the winner, but in doing that reaffirm your belief.
Yeah, but nobody likes to be wrong.
Not so much as Crack and the 24/7. You know, we only talk to newbies crew.
But if we're being honest, people do want some type of validation, whether in one way or another. So when you think of something, am I right about what I'm thinking? So people want to know from other people for some reason, hey, is what I'm thinking right? So obviously when you're the first flat earther and everyone else is like a ball earther, you're like, well, no one else is thinking. Then obviously the numbers grow. And then obviously you see more people seeing what you're seeing. And then we can see now that the problem is with you, not with us.
Yeah.
You turn it around back on us and blame us for equally something that you're dumb about.
Well, Tao, listen. I don't think he's blaming you precisely. I don't
Not me, no. Put Earth on a whole.
Yeah.
I don't see it as a personal attack. No, I see it as an attack on the team as a whole.
No, it's the globe, Tao, not you.
I think you should consider more that it's us that are doing you a favour in these interactions, because
Oh yeah.
As I say, as a result, you get to reaffirm your belief if things go well for you.
Jem, I get asked to come over in it.
No, like I said, we get to validate, because, like, again, why do you think we ask for the best scientists, the best PhDs? We want to speak to these guys, the best of the best, to see if we can pair up or be corrected, whatever it, whatever the situation is. And what we find is that the experts are running away from these very questions. And what we're left with is, individuals who feel that they can answer for these institutions, which is fine, I don't mind. But that's the point here. I think it's like validating what we think we might know, and because nobody wants to be crazy, right? So you guys think it's a ball, and you're like, well, we're not crazy because we've got institutions, rockets, and all these things. But if you were to actually check it out, you would find, well, what you're saying is crazy because the rockets are not actually going anywhere. This whole mass, this mass to mass doesn't actually happen.
It's in the wrong category in the video store. Like, how they said They Live is a documentary. Like, Flat Earth, potentially, whether anybody wants to agree with this or not, is the actual reality. Like, that's just, you've got to be honest enough to say, are you afraid of the answers? Are you afraid of the truth? Because a lot of us just aren't anymore.
I feel like Flat Earth's a pigeonhole term as well, though. Unfortunately.
Yeah, totally. But it gets put in crazy basket, conspiracy, retard land. It's in the wrong category.
Also, it's for people who keep saying the Earth is flat. There's that.
Yeah,
well.
No, there's that.
It's quite a useful term for that.
Wait though, Jem. When have you ever heard me say the Earth's flat? Be honest.
Okay, you guys are very careful not to assume any burden of proof.
No. I won't assume a burden.
All right,
of
so
proof.
you agree that the Earth's a globe then?
Nope. So me saying,
hold on, you don't agree that the Earth is spherical. What leads you to believe that the Earth is not spherical?
So basically,
Come on, say it looks flat. Say that. Go on.
What? So I'm not allowed to speak in the way I want to speak. You're going
It's round.
You're a straw man artist, aren't you, Jem? Afraid to have real intellectual.
Okay, what leads you to believe that the Earth is not a globe?
You're a weakling.
What reason? What leads you to believe that the Earth is not a globe?
Oh, what one? How many are there?
It isn't it?
I don't know, Jem. The cacophony.
Say because it looks flat. You experience it as flat and motionless. Say that.
Well, we do experience. We don't experience motion. I actually believe, in fact, some people like yourself may experience curvature because you have the ability to sort of see things how you want. Topography, in fact, could look like curvature. It just might not be conforming to the rate of the ball in terms of the physical necessities of, let's say, the measurements given by NASA.
God.
So you don't really have any reason to believe
flat
it's
at
flat.
the same time.
Well, you're asking me. Listen,
it would be more accurate to term them us flat horizoners.
Not a globe because topography could look like a globe. That's what you just said.
No. I said the topography can look curved, so you could assume that it isn't always flat.
And that's why you think it's not a globe.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, that was what you were asked. Yeah.
No, I don't care. I said I'm not going to speak for you how you want me to speak to you. I was not.
That's not an argument at all.
It wasn't even me.
I wasn't.
It's just being very careful not to, in this conversation, assume a burden of proof that you would normally assume. I'm not trying to beat you up. There's not going to be an argument at the end of it. But I don't think it's inaccurate. I don't think it's inaccurate to call you a flat earther. It just isn't.
Jem, I said to you, when have I ever claimed, or have you ever heard me say the Earth is flat? This is what I'm asking. I'm trying to see.
I don't know. I don't record everything that you say.
No, you haven't heard me say it, have you?
Hold on. Not exactly.
You haven't heard me say it.
You hang around in a server called 24/7 Discord server. Most of the people in there, at least until recently, would claim to be flat earthers. I admit, I accept that there's a current trend to abandon that term because people know that it means that they have to support their idea in some way, and the trend in 24/7 is to pretend that none of you actually have any ideas about the reality you're living in, and you need to question other people to find out what they know. But you guys, you don't know anything. So, but you're flat earthers. You say the Earth is not a globe, and the reason it's not a globe is because it appears flat and motionless, because you can see too far, because you've got this laser experiment that shows that this certain area is flat or is level. So whatever set of words you pick to use, whatever road you go down, it's still not inaccurate to call you a flat earther. It just isn't.
Well, thank you. You said it all for me, Jen. Cheers, bud. That's the point why you're dishonest. You don't actually want to know what somebody actually has to say. You want to just put words in their mouth. Even if I were...
I've been listening to the words for a long time. And to say that you've never said that the Earth is flat, and because I can't reference...
You've never heard me.
But because I can't reference a specific time when you did, it's unfair to call you a flat earther. That's ridiculous. I don't record everything. I don't record everything you say. I don't record everything you. I don't record everything you say. And you shouldn't expect me to have it be able to go, oh yes, I remember it was on June the 5th, 2019.
When did I ask you for a date?
23rd of April, 2020.
When did you say it?
It was a flat
no, okay, let's be precise then, Jem. What I actually said was, I said, have you ever heard me actually say the Earth is flat? That's what I actually said.
And
that's
when I said
that's a yes or no answer, Jem.
And when I
you are going to keep strawmanning, right? You aggressive moron, right?
Well,
I can shout as well, Jem. You fucking idiot, right?
Okay, but
stop with that bullshit. Okay.
Okay, but me not having that's the same thing, isn't it? It's just the same thing. I can't recall a specific instance. Therefore, we're just going to go with, you're not a flat earther and you've never claimed to be. That's bullshit. We both know it's bullshit. You hang around with a bunch of people that constantly claim that the Earth is flat. You're one of them.
That's what I mean. You won't let me even answer what you wanted to ask me originally.
You were just shouting over me.
Why would I not? You've just screamed at me a load of strawmans, bro. Speak to me how you speak to me in my face, all right, buddy?
Stop saying everything's a straw man.
Do it at all. It is a straw man. If I ask you a yes or no answer question,
you've been asked several times. You refuse to answer.
Well, I would answer if I'm not having.
It's just a sad avoidance of the burden of proof, isn't it?
No, right. Okay. So the Earth is not.
I don't say anything about anything, so I'm not responsible for demonstrating anything to be true. You are. You need to. I'm entitled to have you show things are true to me.
Yeah. I was about to literally, as I go to say something, you go, "No, not having that," because I want to stick on this tangent that you won't make any claims, right?
Go on, then.
Right. So the Earth itself, right, is not a ball. That does not mean that I have to assert a shape. That was all I was saying, okay, at the beginning, right? That does not mean, however, that I would say that it would appear to be that we do not have any curvature. If something isn't curving anywhere, what is it?
I would say it's flat.
Right.
You wouldn't know.
Exactly. Yes, I would say that.
But, would you?
Yeah, no. But that's why I was saying you're not being intellectually honest. That's what I said. I said, when have you ever heard me even state that as like actually say that to you? And then you had to start talking about dates, and I knew you'd just spiral and shout.
Well, because that's
I'm trying to get the troll out of you before I talk to you, bro.
Because you're telling me I'm being intellectually dishonest while you describe your own intellectual dishonesty. You've just gone
I hadn't made any claims yet, and you made sure you shoved claims in my mouth first before I done it.
You've just gone through a
no, you admitted that you had never heard me say
you haven't heard what I'm going to say. You've just interrupted me when I said you've just gone through, and then you stopped me and started talking.
I was talking, yeah.
Yeah. You've just gone through. You've just gone through a process of reasoning that led you to where I said, well, I would say it's flat. And you said, yes, so would I. But I'm not a flat earther, and I'm not saying it's flat, and I've never claimed it's flat.
Never said I wasn't a flat earther. I asked you, Jem, I asked you.
Are you a flat earther?
Have you ever... That's what I mean. I'm asking you.
You are saying this is actually an argument about whether you should be called.
You're a fucking idiot.
Correct.
You are an idiot. You are an idiot. You don't understand what I'm saying, do you? You don't understand what I'm trying to say.
No, not at all. Because this is.
You couldn't cite one time that I had claimed those things, but yet you threw them into my mouth.
Because I don't record everything.
But you still pretended as if I'd said them, did you not? Before I'd said them. Did you not?
No.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Don't fucking lie. That's what I said. You're straw manning.
Are
you have to at least wait for me to make a fucking claim. At least wait for me to make the claim before you push it into my fucking mouth.
Okay, I'll wait for you to make the claim.
Otherwise you could be lying, couldn't you?
Okay, you've made the point. I should wait for you to make the claim. Are you a flat earther, Crack?
Yes, buddy.
There you go. So that's this argument.
This
entire argument is over because, in case you had forgotten, this is an argument about whether it's fair to call you lot flat earthers.
When did I say it was fair or not?
You were arguing against that, but apparently you just are one anyway.
I said it was a bit of. I said it's a bit of a pigeonhole term. I didn't say it's unfair.
It's a bit of a misnomer.
That's all I said.
Not just that.
Unbelievable.
No, when did I say the word unfair? You're such a. This is what I mean.
You are a flat earther, though. After all of that, we've found out.
If we're being technical, if we're being pedantic, then you'd be a flat horizoner.
No, there's something else associated with it though that relates to things like mental illness and being a retard.
Yeah. But you do believe Earth's flat. That's the bit.
It's not true. It's not true. It's not even reasonable to think that it might be true. And so that when people are confronted with it, they assume the people suggesting it's true have some sort of mental deficiency.
Impossible to talk to you guys.
I can assure everybody in this room, like I did well in school. I'm not a retard. I don't suffer from mental illness. I'm not on medication. So what now?
Well, we need to.
I can guarantee that all of the wankers in here are.
Sorry, go
ahead. Dude, did you not see the Jerry Springer show that happened on your fucking server a few hours ago, dude? People breaking down, admitting to having breakdowns, stealing stuff off of one another, right? Don't start to talk about individuals' fucking mental health because they're apparently flat earthers, Jem. When you have a bunch of fucking idiots in your server, I'm showing you that you are intellectually dishonest. You couldn't state one point where I'd said those claims, but yet you shoved them down my throat before I made them. That is intellectually dishonest. Regardless of whether or not I believe what you said or not, based on your assumption being correct. Yes, well done, you assume something to be correct. Well done, Jem. You do not make claims for other people. You are incorrect.
You do believe that's flat.
Listen, he's still incorrect to do that, is he not? If you're going to say he is correct, then you're a fucking idiot too.
This is debate
for I know who you are. You've hung around in 24/7. I've heard you arguing. I've heard you arguing for the flat Earth. There's absolutely nothing. It's not like I've made some assumption. I know who you are based on my prior knowledge of you. You're a flat earther who argues for a flat Earth. Well, argues against the globe.
You reeled off proofs that you do not know whether or not those are things I would even say, Jem. You know you did. You did, and you changed the wording of what I said. You said that I asked you for a specific date and time where I'd said those exact things. When I actually asked you, have you specifically heard me say I am a flat earther? That's all I asked you, and I knew you would turn it into this big fucking thing. You changed, apparently me saying it's a bit of a pigeonhole term, into it's unfair to even call people flat earthers. Do you not see what I'm trying to get at here?
Well,
you want to push people into corners because you're a cunt.
I wasn't trying to quote you directly and to pretend that anything other than shut up.
Why were you
I'll let you talk. You see, you're interrupting me, aren't you? I've let you talk. This is what you've just said was an interruption of me. I let you finish it, and now I'm talking. You're interrupting me again.
No, I said carry on.
And then you were, but it's me that can't be talked to.
Carry on then, bro.
I think what is intellectual dishonesty is to pretend that you do not hold this position, and unless I can recall a specific instance when you specifically said you were a flat earther, then I'm making stuff up and it's all a straw man.